This episode of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan is brought to you by
1-800-WATER-DAMAGE.
They do a lot of things, but more importantly, they do this. If you have some sort of leak in your house, slab leak, say your washing machine leaks, your refrigerator leaks, your dishwasher leaks.
Well, I don't know if you know this,
damage.
but I've owned three homes. I've never owned a home that did not have some sort of catastrophic water damage that needed to be remedied.
Oh, yeah.
And normally what I would do is I would go through the steps of calling, okay, plumber first, then I got to get what do I need? I got to get a drywall guy, get
flooring,
a handyman. But don't do that. It's just too much of a headache. And Tom's going to give you a number of the gentleman you need to call, and it's a cell phone number because it's his own personal cell phone.
Yeah, he wants to give you guys such good customer service. He's like, I'm going to give out my personal cell phone number. His name's Chris Cento. He's the owner of 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE.
You might know that name. Yeah, you might know his name.
321-388-1345. That's 321-388-1345. Just put in your number and your phone under, like, water emergency or whatever, because when you have it, you give them a call. What they do is they immediately come to your house and start drying the problem.
What are we going to do? We're going to dry. We're going to remedy what we have here.
Yeah.
We're going to take inventory of what we need to repair. What do we need? We need some carpenters. We're going to need some tile. We're going to need some
drywall guys. We're going to need a plumber to fix this problem. Like, they do it all in-house. Also, what they do, this is the greatest part of the service, they help you categorize it in a way to present to you to your insurance company.
Yes.
So your insurance pays for all this.
Yes.
Because they will pay for everything, because that's why you have homeowners insurance. So they'll not only come to your house, clean up the problem, and also they'll give you a free consultation and moisture check if you do have some leak that you don't know about. But they even have a third-party mold company that can check for that.
It's one of those things where it's like when we say one-stop shop, and I hate that term, but this is it. You know, like when you need to go to just one area to look,
they do it all. Yeah.
I'm literally having a problem here that is catastrophic and ruining my life right now. Can you help me?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
And from start to finish, they'll do it all for you with all their own people, and make sure. And they also have 2-year warranty on all their work as well.
And Chris is a good dude, man. I think you're really going to like working with the guy.
Yeah, and here's another service they offer. Just generally carpet cleaning and floor cleaning. We got Jonathan on the line. He's a real man firefighter. He's used 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE just to clean his floors. How you doing, Jonathan?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. So
you didn't have any like catastrophic damage, but you needed some floor cleaning, huh?
Well, yeah, I got 4 kids, 2 dogs, and we put new tile down, and they still had that grout, like that haze, still on top. And no matter how much I mopped, it just wouldn't come off. I couldn't get it to look like new tile, and so I just called Chris. I thought he only did water stuff, and sure enough, he told me that he does other services. And when he said that he can come in there and clean up my tiles and the grout, and so I called him. He came by and did it, and my wife was happy, and the house looks amazing.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And the key word I heard there was, my wife was happy. I feel like that should be the tagline. It's like 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE, Chris Cento, call him. My wife was happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
and they got the professional equipment. Like, I'm talking the industry.
You're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to do it on your own.
You know, you go get a rug doctor. Good luck with that. Like,
It almost seemed like it was like pressure washing, but for inside the house. But yeah, he has a vacuum that sucks up the water as he's doing it. So it came out really good.
Well, I'm glad, man. Hey, thanks so much for taking the time to call us and let us pick your brain about one of our clients.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jonathan. Also, they give a 10% discount for Tom and Dan listeners on the floor cleaning as well. So
did he get that?
Hopefully he did.
I hung up on him. I'm kind of glad I hung up on him before he heard about the discount.
It's Chris Cento. Give him a call. 1-800-WATER-DAMAGE.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
532.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here.
Hello.
I think I'm pulling down the wrong pot. Apologies. Music was a little loud.
It was loud.
Very, very sorry about that. Travis Butler sitting in his stumbly bumbly baloney seat.
Oh, turned his pot
I
down.
had it on, but I had it potted down. Wow, I'm all over. I'm really fucking up here. maybe we really are mediocre. That would suck. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. It is show number, 532? And let's get some housekeeping out of the way first. Is there anything we need to address before we jump into it? Have some fun, do some shit.
We got the live Time Suck podcast we're doing with Dan Cummins.
I forgot we were doing that. That's
a lot of people did not know you guys were doing that.
That's next weekend, right?
August 11th on Sunday. He's going to be doing a stand-up. I suggest to see both because his stand-up is
completely
really
different.
great.
It's completely different. He's one of the best I've ever seen live. And if you like Time Suck, and I would say his stand-up is way different.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, whereas Time Suck is a live podcast, we're going to be guests on it like we did last year. It's a new topic, so it's not going to be...
I'm not going to take an edible this time.
If you...
I had a panic attack in the middle of the last one, had to leave.
I'm not going to record it this time because last
All
time,
right.
if you remember, the sound guy, the improv, really fucked my ass on that one. Real bad.
But...
and by sound engineer, I mean, I think he was also the cook.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to wear many hats there.
Yeah.
A lot of hats there. I don't blame him. Like those chicken fingers aren't going to fry themselves, and if you have to hit record on the thing, well, I mean, I'd choose the chicken fingers.
So if you want to get tickets, theimprovorlando.com, just go on there. You'll see the live Time Suck, and we're going to have Dan in next week, and we'll be talking to him about it. But it'll probably sell out like last time, so get your tickets early.
Yep.
Another couple things. We got some winners and some contests going on. The hashtag Claw Me winner is Brittany Simone, of course. She is a big White Claw fan.
She crushes it, man.
It's Simone.
Yeah.
We all know Simone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he was trying to be a professional. He's Brittany Simone.
Yeah. Because I looked at it, I was like, is her first name Simone? Because we've always called her. It is okay.
Yeah, that's
God
why I don't know what you're
damn
talking
it.
about.
I thought it was. What is your last? Okay.
Wait, you read this wrong.
Yeah, it says Simone Brittany, but then
Right.
I thought that
That's what she goes by on Facebook.
Yeah, but I thought you said Brittany Simone.
He did.
I did.
Because he's
But why?
an idiot. He thinks her first name is Brittany.
No, that's what I always thought.
Are you have?
Like how we call Butler.
Well,
instead of-
Brittany is a stereotypical first name.
It's her middle name, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, I know we always called her Simone, but I thought because it's like we call him Butler. Their last name first, like the Army.
Brittany Simone. Oh, okay. I see what you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you put her last name first.
Yeah, but
'cause we always-
Simone is a woman's first name, not a traditional
Well,
last name.
Brittany's more of a woman's first name than Simone, right?
Okay, I can't.
That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
hold on. I love fucking with you, but I will agree with that one. But I still don't
It's
understand.
fine.
You're just assuming. There's a lot of assumptions going on there.
Well, Simone knows.
Oh, she
anyway.
does. She does.
And also,
I've still never seen. Well, never mind.
Jimmy Blake is our winner for hashtag TDABC for using ABC. And then
Congrats, Jimmy Blake.
Colby Smith for hashtag TD Mellow for our Mellow Mushroom contest. We appreciate all you guys that help support our sponsors because they support us.
Indeed. That's. I want to mention this just off the top because these guys were the first people in the studio this morning. Big shout out to Her Majesty Services, the official cleaning company of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, and they are now offering handyman services, including pressure washing, drywall repair, fence repair, and more. And the reason I'm mentioning this is you, sir, should write this number down and never go to Craigslist again. You should just go right here, call them, get it done, they'll back it up, and then you won't have to. Well, here's the one thing you're probably not going to like is they're not going to palm you pain pills.
Yeah.
So you got to
They
feel it
started
out.
that service and maybe.
Oh, man. Really good.
Although it's, I think it's harder to get pain pills. Like back 10 years ago, it seemed like all of our listeners would palm me pain pills. Like they were giving them out like candy everywhere.
Yeah, they cracked down.
They're cracked down in there. There are too many
do
people
some heroin
dying
pretty
all the time.
easily.
Yeah.
Can you still get them, though? I get emotional when I talk about it because I really love Oxycontin.
There's not. There's
Want some fentanyl?
Like basically all those pain clinics on every single corner.
I
where they're
do want fentanyl. I just don't want to die.
Yeah, that's a
dose it
problem. It's a
How do you dose it out? Isn't it like
real bad.
the head of a pen could kill you or something? You know,
It's
like,
real bad.
yeah,
Yeah, it's very minimal.
yeah.
So okay. Maybe 2 weeks ago, Tuttle gave us a call. He actually texted us. He's like, "Hey," because Tuttle works for Bubba Love Sponge.
Yep, he is. I don't even know what is his title there.
Is he not the producer?
He is on mic. He's a
Stunt boy?
producer. He's a personality on the show. He's worked with them for a while.
I would say producer personality.
So, and he's like, "Hey, Bubba wants to have you guys on if you want to, and he wants to talk to you guys about your career and podcasting and all this stuff and whatever." And so we were. And we'll be honest, at first, because of his persona, Bubba the Love Sponge persona, although never, always been nice to us and never had any beef with us or anything.
I've really only met him one time, and that was on a tour, when we went to Tampa, and we were doing something there, and I met him, and he was really, really nice. Just, as nice as anybody else that comes into the studio and talks to you. So I have, I know his reputation, I know how things go, but as far as I'm concerned, I can only judge people on how they treat me, right? So it's always been nice.
It's funny because we had a long conversation about that.
Yeah, we said this to his face, by the way. This is not shade in any way.
But we were nervous. At first we were like, "Oh, should we do it? Is there any possibility of us of this turning into something?" Like I don't know. We didn't know.
Like right now in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. The new Tampa Terry says you guys were awesome on Bubba. New follower from Canada here. So welcome, Canada.
That.
Thanks for smash that subscribe button, man. There's room enough in Twitch for everybody.
And then there's of course there's we're out of the radio world, so there's drama all the time, and
which is hilarious because you are on the radio.
I know.
I mean,
but
you have a radio show 5 nights a week.
It's true. I don't really, and I think no one, well, especially in the radio world, no one looks at the nighttime radio show on Orlando as being anything. And
people that aren't on radio, people that are not radio insiders, I feel like would think that is a big deal.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Like not being on having a radio show. Like I think to the layman, to the public, if you say, "Oh yeah, we have a nighttime radio show on Real Radio 104.1 here in Orlando, and we start at 7." If I say that to 9 people in public, or public's
It
over here,
throws more weight around, especially when trying to book guests. When I say radio show rather than podcast,
yeah.
so.
Yeah,
it does.
Well, because the podcast world has been so diluted, and you don't know whether there's 10 people listening, is there 10 million? Who knows? No one knows anymore. And then there's names of celebrities that have big radio or podcasts. So the podcast, you're right. And radio, at least there's a vetting process that some company who owns some station.
Yeah, even the
lets
word
you on.
I mean, even though because you and I are in some sort of accelerated time capsule, I feel like we're 10 years in the future as far as most people that are just casual radio and podcast listeners, because we've been doing this podcast for 10 years, and before that, I did radio for almost 20. You did radio for 12. So there's a lot of time spent here, but radio, unfortunately, not in our world, but in everybody else's world, I feel like it still carries a little weight.
It depends on your age, though. I bet.
Bubba said it yesterday, even when we were talking to him. He's like, "This is a dying industry."
Of course. Well, it's not. Here's the thing: it's dying in a way of the way it's distributed. So the internet has made it available for everything to get distributed to everybody at all times worldwide.
Correct.
And that's the new distribution outlet of everything, and it's all being moved towards that. Even radio is moving everything towards digital distribution and podcasts and stuff like that. So there's still going to be a space for shows and entertainment. Of course there is. That'll never die. Human beings need entertainment. It's just how it's distributed. AM and FM radio is just an antiquated way now, or it's becoming more antiquated in the way it's just, everybody's using the internet and their phones. Your phone is how you get all your entertainment, and it's going to be how everybody gets all their entertainment. But yes, anyway. So we were kind of a little concerned. We were like, oh, should we do it or whatever? And then Tuttle's like, yeah, it's cool. And for us, we're a small business. We can't turn down promotion anytime someone invites us on the show, like, especially at a show as big as his and his name. Like, we're like, oh, we appreciate it, because if you invite someone on your show as a guest, you're giving them promotion, especially if he's promoting you and your show, and to get that free promotion, I mean, that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars.
For sure.
So it's like someone giving you thousands and thousands of dollars. It's just in the form of promotion. So you can't ever turn that down.
And we told Bubba this even when we were on his show yesterday in Tampa. He carries a very, very notorious reputation, with being the type of radio guy, and I totally think he would agree with all of this.
Yeah.
The type of radio guy who loves to get you in there,
to play hard
and twist you up and get you in the hot seat and ask you some questions you might not want to answer, then twist you up. Now, a lot of people love that kind of radio, and there was a time.
Why has he got a huge audience?
Absolutely, and he's one of the best at it. Absolutely top of his game at it. And I think I probably enjoyed that and was even part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
in my earlier years in radio, but you guys got to remember that I exited my true go to the station radio career in 2012.
Yeah.
I resigned from Real Radio, and we couldn't come to an agreement for my deal. They didn't want to let me work out a contract. There were some other circumstances going on about shade thrown at this podcast and it being attacked, and I had to choose between like us deciding to do this and have our own livelihood and start our own company, or continuing to work and sign a new 3-year deal at Real Radio, and I chose to resign and leave.
Yeah, so I've
been distanced.
We've been head down working on building our company for years now, and that's what I mean by out of the radio business. Like, we're not concerned with the same things people in radio are concerned about, ratings and stuff.
But we still are. We never look at our ratings. We never go into the station. We never see any salespeople because you're looking at them. It's Travis and Tom. We never.
We don't dabble in any of the drama and the fighting and stuff like that. We're just like,
we don't do any events. We don't. I mean,
we do events. But
but I mean, like radio.
Events,
we're not doing station events and stuff like that. We're really extremely disconnected.
We're in our own bubble. But and we like it that way. We're like, listen, we don't.
Easier to control. That's what it is, right? It's all about like it's easier to maintain. It's a fish tank.
And honestly, like we just don't like the drama and and all that, the fighting and all that stuff. Like that's not for us. But again, like we just, and here's the thing. Of course, like Bubba Love Sponge wasn't going to attack us at all. And I didn't believe that for one
Well, that's
bit.
what Tuttle said. Tuttle's like, hey, if there's certain things you don't want to talk about.
We were nervous about things that he could have brought up anything, his show, whatever. And then I didn't want to stir the bee's nest, start throwing sticks at the bees.
Anger bees,
because I was like, I don't want to deal with the repercussions of that shit for the next couple weeks or whatever.
And I like the reality of it, just because I like being honest with you guys as the Friday Free Show. Like, Tom and I actually had a talk about this, and we had agreed that if he does say it, we weren't going to ever make it negative to him, because for me, that'd be like asking a shark to not eat the fucking steak floating in the ocean, Like, if he asked about it, we'd just be like, we don't really want to talk about that, or we can't talk about that, which, by the way, is super lame. But true to him and Tuttle's word, and the fact that, he told us, he's like, no, I don't want to make this uncomfortable for you guys. I want you to come in and just play.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah, we'll take that.
I'm on board, man.
And we appreciate it.
You did a marathon show, right?
Holy shit.
I only caught like the last hour and a half.
Sam, we went for like 6 hours plus straight. Yeah.
So I will we'll describe.
I haven't done that in 5, 6, 7 years.
So first we had to wake up early as shit because we had to be in Tampa by 7. They wanted us on the show at 7, so a little before 7, like 6:30, 6:45.
How much time did you give yourself to drive?
He was early.
Really?
I got here. I woke up at 4. And I was like, "Wow!" Like, because
oh my god, it was
what time did you go to sleep?
It was like having flashbacks. I think I went to sleep at 4:30 that afternoon.
No, I can't. I can't go to sleep early. Like my body just won't let me.
I can't either.
So I was asleep like 11:30, 12.
Oh god!
But I tried to go to I tried to get into bed at 11, which is early for me. Usually it's like midnight.
The kids are still
whatever.
up, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just to give them some love, Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. I want to give all the new Bubba listeners that have come over and they're hanging out in the chat room. Thank you guys so much for for hanging out, giving us a chance, for smashing the subscribe button, giving us some love. And yes, go FCC Gator. If you don't know what that means, well, you'll have to listen to the BDM show on Monday.
Yeah. We did do a Chatting with the Masters with Bubba Love Sponge, and he did it on his Twitch show, so you can see it on Bubba Love Sponge Twitch right now. But we'll release it for BDMs on Monday, just the audio, because he was nice enough to give it to us. He recorded it, and man, he's got a great staff. Everybody's super cool there.
Yeah, they were great.
But so we got up early as hell yesterday, and then drove down to Tampa. We left here like 4:45 in the morning. So we get down to Tampa, and it's still dark, by the way, like 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we pulled in. It's dark as hell.
And Bubba Love Sponge has a gigantic studio, huge building.
Well, first he has a warehouse.
Yeah, it's a warehouse.
Then inside the warehouse, he has constructed a building.
Yeah.
And inside the building, he's constructed a super studio.
Yeah. This thing is overwhelmingly gigantic, and I was like, whoa! Like, it blew my mind.
Butler, the lobby has a lobby.
Yeah. There's
there's a lobby, and then to the left is like the green room lobby. But there's like it's crazy,
and it
makes this place look like a tiny little office, which it is.
We've been broadcasting either in this this scenario and tiny office, couch, whatever. Me and Dano, bright lights and stuff, and like we do every once in a while we do some radio shows or whatever. It's a stereotypical small room. Typical radio table, which you'll know what I'm talking about. It's like rounded and then has mics coming out of it, and then there's like a host chair. But it's usually, the room 10 by 10, 10 by 20, maybe like that. But that's the only broadcasting I've ever done on mic has been like this situation, or like even dumbed down where like MP3 recorder, I'm holding a mic. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have experience with.
By the way, driving over, I didn't tell you this, but I got a little embarrassed because we were bringing our mobile equipment, and I was like, I don't want him to hold the mic. Should I have gone and bought like a little stand or something?
Yeah, we just recorded with him sitting in
he's going to think this is some rinky-dink shit.
We are rinky-dink compared to what he has done and how
radio,
the money he's made.
He's done morning radio on the absolute highest level.
Howard Stern went to his wedding.
Making millions of dollars.
Hulk Hogan was his best man.
Yeah.
We talked everything.
Big old thermos talk. Oh, we got all up in the thermos.
If you're a BDM, listen to a Monday
I haven't
show.
recovered yet, by the way, guys. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of fucked up.
I didn't understand.
I've been loopy all morning.
I thought he wasn't going to he never mentioned it. Like,
I was involved.
I got the full thermos right up my ass.
Whoa.
Been to jail multiple times. Like, it's a way different animal. Anyway, so but when you walk in, I'll try to describe it as best as I can to our listeners. When you walk into how big do you say his studio would be? 100 foot by 25 foot?
Well, first of all, the ceiling. Let's address the ceiling first.
The ceiling's 20 foot high.
Yeah, so 20 feet plus high.
Yeah, with lights on the top. It's like a warehouse, but it's a building.
But imagine club lighting, like a lighting that you would have in like a nightclub or a strip club or like a high dollar theater. You know, like the Abbey here in town, which is like a concert venue.
Like studio lights.
Yeah, it's like studio lights with gels on them. It's ridiculous.
Although it was dark, and apparently Bubba likes to do a show dark as hell. So
I do my show dark too.
Yeah. It was Drew Garabo when we used to work for him. He could not do that. I turn the lights on and he turn those off. You know, he can't do it. Some people just like to keep the lights low.
I think it's what you started doing. It's like me with the one ear off.
Yeah.
Like it's just you just stuck.
I think I used to like the dark, but now that I'm an old man, I like it hot in here, like at about 90 and bright. So like you're standing on the sun.
I'll try my best to describe the scenario, but like the studio itself is, like I said, like 100 foot long, maybe not that, 80, 75 foot. I mean, it's gigantic. It's probably 3,000 square foot, like just the studio. Not his whole building's 10,000. I have no idea. I don't know square footage.
Well, the studio is in like I said, it's a warehouse, right? An industrial warehouse, but there's a building inside. The studio is the building.
Yeah.
The rest of it,
his offices and like green rooms and engineering, and then he's got a back, and then we saw the shit shack.
Yeah.
We're like, the shit shack.
I forgot to get a photo.
I got a photo. I'll put it.
No, but I wanted to get a photo of me in it. And then like pull my pants down and act like I'm shitting in a bucket. And then I was going to make that our Christmas card this year.
So
for the family.
So we walk in, and Bubba Love Sponge sits like he's got like the host seat, which is like 10 foot taller than everybody else.
It's like it's kind of like a DJ booth.
And you're right. It's like, imagine a DJ booth in a club that's like on like a riser or whatever with all the equipment in front of him, and then below him is like a
$10,000 molded broadcast console desk with microphones that are affixed with like this kind of like a boom arm, but they're really nice ones that come from Sweden.
But
not these that come from Sam Ash.
So when you're the guest, I can't see Bubba Love Sponge when he's talking to me. I can only hear him. So
like the Great Oz.
So there's computers in front of me, and up there, 10 foot tall, there's where he sits, but I can't see him because there's computers and stuff. So I'm just hearing him. So automatically I'm thrown off because I'm like, first I'm on edge a little bit, and then like I walk in, I'm like, oh my God, the studio's. So then,
but we had no reason to be on edge, but we both were. I mean, like,
well, there's sound effects. He's got a train horn, and I'm like, oh my God!
He has a train horn, like a real one. Rather than using a sound effect, it's just like
something in a football stadium loud. Like, I'm not even joking. So
I thought it was at a Bucks game.
So behind us is like a 20-foot long bar, fully, full bar, like with glass behind it, like an actual bar. Then behind that is a stage with instruments, like a drum set.
Full backline.
Oh, nice.
But not a fucking bullshit drum set. A DW drum set, like maple, like a fucking like a $7,000 drum set.
Then
fucking backline studio like equipment for people to plug their amps into and shit like that. Lights.
Then there's like wheels of death, like all the.
I forgot about the wheel of death.
And then in the corner there's a complete glass shower. Like I mean, first
of all, there's a 20-foot tall stripper pole. It's not a stripper pole.
Oh yeah.
20-foot tall. It goes from the floor. Somebody had welded an extension in the center of it and taken it up.
Yeah. It's 20-foot long stripper pole. Then totally glass enclosed shower
with multiple shower heads, for girls. I guess like eat each other's pussies.
It's exactly it's everything. It's quintessential. And
Tom, by the way, not
then
to
like
bust
an
you
engineer
out, Tom
room.
ran immediately over to the shower when he came into like a kid in a candy store.
So
he wants a shower so bad for the studio.
So anyway, like it's just an impressive size studio. It's gigantic, Anyway, we did the show. Everything was fine. He was true to word. He didn't bring up any drama, but he did tell us the stories on like chatting with the Masters. He went into the whole Hulk Hogan sex tape and all the stuff.
First he went into the pig killing, his first big that really put him on the map as being sort of an infamous bad boy in radio.
Yeah. So all that stuff. What we mainly talked about is like, man, we do not have the stomach for this kind of stress and drama and fighting and like that.
I admitted to him, I'm a snowflake now.
Yeah, compared
from
to
2012 till now.
Dude's been arrested 4 different times, like from radio shit. Arrested by the cops and been a trial. Like a jury trial.
Of depositions, hours of trial.
Like he was facing like a year for the hog bit.
The pig thing was bullshit. That sounds crazy.
Yeah. But
Butler, this was
there's FBI involved, and cops. Like the dude fucking
Sting
lawsuits.
What about the FBI? He's
losing your house.
Yeah, he's throwing around terms like FBI sting and foreclosure, and then they broke my door down. I'm like, I can't. I'm fucking blacking out. I'm like,
almost $1 million fines by the FCC. Like, I was like, dude, this is too much.
Too much.
Also, he started going through. He went and the channel of the Masters.
He started throwing numbers
all
too.
The money back in like the radio heyday.
It was not hold back because Tom is a. First of all, I know you like it transparent, and I also like that you and I've always been this way. That you like it when people, because how many times you get a comedian in here and you're like, oh, your mansion looks great. How much is that worth? And no, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's faux pas to ever mention that.
It is, but Tom likes it when they start throwing the numbers around, and I mean this with love. This motherfucker started throwing numbers. I mean, like getting into the grits,
millions. It was.
So listen to the show.
Monday show. Anyway, but thanks to Bubba and
Tuttle, especially Tuttle for reaching out,
and all staff.
His entire team. Like
super nice.
Talk about nice guys. They were super super nice. They were men of their word. They didn't put us in any type of uncomfortable position that could quite possibly get us more heat. So that was really fun. And when I got back here, I sat in my chair, and you and I were just bushed. And I look at my email, and they had already edited every segment.
Nice.
Sent it off in a Dropbox folder. They had everything. They thanked us. Their listeners were super cool to us. We thought because Tampa listeners go harder than our listeners do too, and I'll give you guys credit. You guys fucking play hard, really hard.
Because that's the thing too that you're waiting for
nope.
Because usually
they were super fucking kind, super nice.
Yeah.
They bought us Papa John's.
Yeah. He's
better ingredients.
We got some ideas.
Racist pizza.
But anyway, so it was a cool experience just to dip our toe back in that world.
But what I found,
that's a whole different world. That's even more. That's more extreme of a world than even regular. We've done terrestrial radio shows. This is nothing like that. Like this is he, like I said, Howard Stern Comes to Your Wedding. Like so there was like a top 5 like radio guys in the entire nation, and he was on that list.
I couldn't even get Tom Van to come to my wedding.
You know why?
Tom Van, the Howard Stern of podcasting. He's got his sunglasses on, scarf, long, curly Kenny G hair. It's funny that and I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe it was just the stress and the trauma that I went through on my exit. Because you guys all here, especially those of you who've known me, Samantha and Tom especially, Butler knows of it because I've told him before. But Sam and Tom know how affected, and to use a word that's very popular right now, how triggered I was in 2012 when I was going through all of that. That was terrible. I'm virtually certain that my exit took time off of me living on the planet, like the stress from that. I think that listening to Bubba's stories about situations that a little similar, but just that stress that comes along or can come along with like working in entertainment at a relatively high level.
Fighting the attacks.
Dude, I got fucking triggered. I started PTSD blacking out during the show. You'll hear it. I just keep screaming. If you go back and count the number of times I say it's too much, I mean, you would have thought I was watching fucking torture porn or something. Like, it was beating me to death. I'd look over at Tom, and he's just standing there with mouth agape, and the stories kept getting worse and crazier.
Ended on a pedophile.
Oh, well, that was the sorbet. That was supposed to cleanse the palate between the radio stories. You'll just have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Well, he's the exact opposite. He is not afraid of awkward situations. In fact, he's like, I like it.
He goes hard.
Talk about exact opposite of me. He's like, I find the awkward situation. I'll put myself right there.
I'll make this declaration right now. If we ever have people that are attacking us on the airwaves or whatever, I'm not going to do shit. But I will hire Bubba the Love Sponge to fucking go crazy because that's what he specializes in. I was like I was sweating. Like my pits were dripping. I just couldn't do it. But he goes hard. So I think you guys are going to really like that show. And hats off and thanks to those guys for having us in. They were really, really, really cool, and that means a lot to us.
But yeah, and I was talking to him a little bit off the air. I was just like, man, it's just it's so different nowadays. Everything's so segmented. There's every different show. Like you're not just competing against someone in your market. I thought of this analogy.
What about the room? We didn't talk about this. No, sorry. I just don't want to. The room with all the video cassettes, the mini DV tapes.
Don't talk about the video.
No.
Did you get one?
Did I? I stole 3.
All right.
See what I got. But no, if you look,
I'm just saying, like you keep your videos out.
Yeah, he opened a door and it was literally all videos. And Tom's like, "Whoa, videos!" And then, I mean, he's got a good sense of humor about it. But like, he had like these mini DV tapes from like, back in, the early 2000s, just a mini DV camcorder. He would have had a team of interns or producers that filmed stuff, but it was like every big name comedian you can name, every model, every band. Like every metal band, rock band, rappers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just hundreds, if not thousands of these tapes.
Of hours of his radio.
And he was talking to us. He's like, how do I do this podcast thing, guys? I want to do this podcast. I was like, dude, you have it. This is it. You take those tapes and you walk your core, your Bubba Army guys through the history of you doing this because, when he's just talking to you genuinely, you can hear like how sincere and I'm sure there's sensitivity there at some point.
Yeah.
And I said, just be candid and walk your listeners through it and use the audio from these tapes and just give them that like way back when peek behind the curtain. I think it'd be an amazing podcast component to his show. So see what happens.
So I was thinking about this analogy the other day. I know people are tired, especially our listeners, are tired of hearing me say this shit. But I was like, imagine if there's a great barbecue restaurant, like so let's say Porky's, right?
Barbecue.
Porky's in Apopka,
I'm hungry.
and there's probably other barbecue restaurants in Apopka, but they're far. There's not. So like, and you love Porky's, you go to Porky's all the time, and you're a big fan. It's your favorite barbecue, which should be because it's great. So imagine if at one day, and then Porky's just have to worry about his like competitors, maybe a mile down the road or whatever, and then you kind of lose a little bit of audience.
Most of those guys. I mean, like I'll help your analogy. Like Boo from Bubbaloo's knows Steve from Porky's really well.
Yeah.
But they're also 30, 40 miles apart. So it doesn't matter. But they know each other.
And so imagine if one day there's a barbecue restaurant on every single corner of Apopka, like literally everywhere, and and they're all different types of barbecue, Korean barbecue, like Texas style, and then the same style.
I don't like Texas style.
Hundreds and hundreds everywhere.
Not a fan of the brisket.
But of course, it's going to dilute your customer base, and even if your customers still love you the most, they're going to eventually, let me try this one, try this one, whatever. And even if they like you the most, but they keep trying, that's taking a little bit of share away from you because it used to be only you. That's literally what's happening with the media industry. Like there's now, you're not in direct competition with one person. You're in direct competition with everything.
With the world.
So there's not like one show. That's how with the great radio wars of the 90s and stuff that Bubba went through. It's like because there was like someone who's in your particular market. It's like wrestlers, like back when wrestling used to have territories. And it's
you had like Tennessee and the Florida territories, and you go through the Carolinas and Georgia, and if you fucked with some guy's territory, you're probably going to get
it would be fighting.
It would not be good.
And that's the thing. But nowadays, it's the internet has made it so you're in competition and not in competition with everybody because now there's hundreds of thousands of things that people can listen to. It's not just one thing. Like if you like talk radio, it's not just one thing to listen to. It's everything. It's every single piece of audio is on your phone now and available on the internet, and it's of all topics, of all things. Like it's unlimited. So now you kind of have to just worry about yourself, and at least and this is my theory, is like do the best possible show you can. Try to
be number one.
Keep your audience.
Try to be entertaining. That's rule number one.
But we totally realize like there are hundreds of thousands of different podcasts for every personality and every interest that you could possibly want that's out there, and so all anybody can really do is just do the best show they can because now it doesn't exist where you have one rival anymore. It's unlimited, so therefore, it's kind of like craft beer industry, like the craft beer. There's so many different craft beers.
Podcasting is very similar to the craft beer guys in the fact I was talking to the guys over at Tactical yesterday. I was having one of their new, the Tula Effect, I believe that's the name of the beer. Delicious beer, by the way. But he was saying, yeah, you're right, because he asked me where I'd been. I told him, and I was telling him the whole story. And he's like, yeah, it's like in craft beer, the guys can do collaborations. They work together. They kind of get it that there's room for everybody here.
But the product's different, and they don't have unlimited distribution because they have a limit on the amount of beer they can make. So,
correct.
So when we put a show out, we have unlimited distribution. Anybody can download it around the world as many times as they want. So if 1 million people download, like our Libsyn bill would skyrocket. I'll be like, whoa! But if they wanted to, they could. Craft beer can't do that. You only make a limited amount. When we put our show up as an MP3 and it goes out to all the distribution points, we have unlimited distribution. So that's the difference. So even that analogy is a little bit wrong. But that's my take on it. I could be totally wrong, but it seems like that's the new way of entertainment, is like you just have everything on your phone that you want. And some people primarily only listen to terrestrial radio, and there are that audience out there.
I'd be interested to see, because I know and I got an email from them, but I know there's 2 stations that Bubba's on now. I don't believe he's on in Tampa, but he is on Twitch, but his Twitch numbers are amazing. And I'd be wondering how many of these guys are listening in the cities that he is live, or how many of these guys just love his content and just listen on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because it's just as easy to do that.
The Canada guy that's listening to us now.
We listened in the car.
He's
on
a radio station in Canada, but this guy listens through Twitch, so he's not listening through the radio station, listening through his Twitch channel.
Yeah, we did. Like with the audio only edition of Twitch. By the way, you can do that to us as well. Like if this is live, you just hit the little play button, go audio only, and you can just put your phone down. You're driving down the road. You might as well be listening to a radio station.
Yeah.
In fact, here's something even better. Is normally we're not going to be able to broadcast commercials because we're running this stuff live. So, I mean, it might be even better for you to do it that way. And then when you get to your destination, you can actually watch the show. Yeah. So, in a lot of ways, it's better.
And we're still small. What's surprising to me, like we were going back and talking about like the radio salaries and stuff back in the day. I never experienced any of that. Like, I basically started radio at the beginning of the recession, and then it just got way bad. Back in 04, 05, 06, just ramped up recession, and then coming out of the recession. And then it was right about when I left radio. It was like when the economy started, being good again.
Yeah.
So I had a totally different experience with the influx of money and like just the amount of success people had.
Oh, you think about
the syndication deals, which don't exist anymore.
Yeah,
why would anybody syndicate a radio show? It's already syndicated if you're on the iHeart app or whatever. Like, so no city is going to pay big money to broadcast your and maybe it still happens. And maybe
I got that.
But why would they? You go on the internet or you go on their app, it's already syndicated worldwide, right?
I got syndication money. So my experience is even different than yours.
Yeah.
For a brief snippet of time, I had, I was working for a show that we had Macon, Georgia. We had Jacksonville. We had Tampa. Orlando, and what was the
West
other
Palm?
one? West Palm, and then there was one other one.
And Fort Myers.
Yeah. Yep. And so...
How do I know? And I didn't get paid shit.
I did. I was
an intern and part-time at that time.
I was in my 20s. I was fucking rich. I bought a BMW. I bought my first house. I'm fucking banging chicks in the house.
Yeah.
I bought I walked into rooms to go like a goddamn king.
Listen, by the way, I could be totally
You're
wrong.
laughing, but... That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that room, and I'll take that room
to go.
And believe me, if someone still knows like the terrestrial radio business, and then I'm completely wrong, please tell me. Come on the show and explain to me how it works.
Come at me, bro.
No. I'm not mad. I don't care. It doesn't.
Pass me outside.
At this point, it doesn't matter to us and our business, and doesn't affect us one bit.
No, we're in a different lane.
Pod Wars. Let's do it.
We're in
Pod Wars.
Who we call somebody else.
Swervy Jones. Fuck you.
But,
wait, he does our tunes.
Oh, I like Swervy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Owen.
So I may be completely wrong, but maybe like a syndication deal still exists and stuff, because I know there are still people that only listen to terrestrial radio and stuff. I would imagine that it's becoming less and less, and more people are listening through their phone.
People will die,
Wi-Fi,
and it will, and then this will become more the norm, right? I mean, a lot of radio listeners, like you honestly think. Even though my dad supported this fully, do you honestly think I would be able to describe to my dad how to download iTunes on a Macintosh? First of all, you didn't even know what a fucking Macintosh was. He's a computer. I'm like, no, well, this is a Mac. He's like, what's a Mac? Why aren't they the same? PC and Mac. Well, a Mac's a PC. Like, never mind.
There's a certain comfort of just turning on.
Just go turn your radio on
and listening to it and stuff. Yeah. No, 100%.
It's easier.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I mean, 100%. I'm just saying, what's the business model going to be going forward if you're like a terrestrial radio show? Because it used to be garner enough popularity to have other stations pay for you. That's how Bubba Love Sponge got rich, the syndication deals. Howard Stern, he talked about Howard Stern on our BDM show too, and how much money he made. It was insane.
Yeah, that's why you got to listen to the BDM show. If you're not a BDM, sign up. This chat with the Masters is fucking, it's a flamethrower, man.
Like he mentioned, everybody was so surprised about that $500 million Sirius deal. You should have seen what he was making a year with his terrestrial radio syndication deals and stuff. I mean year after year it's crazy.
His bonus structure, the highest my bonus ever got, I think we covered this on the show, but I'll tell you guys, the highest my bonus, and this is combined bonuses from every of the 6 cities that we're in, I had combined bonuses of each one. So the number I'm going to throw at you isn't just for one station, it's for all of them. I think if we hit number 1 in every single one, I would have gotten $2,500 or something.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of money,
station.
right? So just take that. No, it was
There's no one.
of all of them combined. It might have been $6,000 over the 6.
It was, because I remember even in Orlando, it was like $4,000.
But my point is that so you think $6,000? Everybody, I think most of us can hear the number $6,000 and go like, "Fuck, I'd like to have an extra $6,000."
Yeah, it's every quarter.
How about an extra? Just to tease, how about an extra $350,000? How about something like that?
Buy a house with that.
Per quarter in one market.
Oh, no, that would be combined, I think.
No, I think Howard. I'm talking about Howard.
I don't think no market's big enough to do 350. Even in like.
I feel like I'm talking to my wife. Rather than let me have the story, I get corrected.
Well, I don't want to be that is an insane amount, but I think it's crazy amount of money.
Yeah, crazy amounts of money.
I don't know. I don't think that exists anymore. It may be in the higher levels of like. I don't even know who's the biggest.
Would you even have a bonus? Like, does
Bob
Rogan? Does Rogan bonus?
No, well, he doesn't work for anybody.
But he owns
himself.
the company. But I'm just mean, like, is there anybody like do podcasting companies like, let's say, like a Podcast One, if they have people under their umbrella, do they use the old model and give bonuses to those?
No, because all those companies own themselves. Like they don't own. Because
I know here in town there's still a bonus structure. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. Radio stations still do that. I'm just saying, in who I don't even know who would be considered like a giant terrestrial radio person nowadays that's like national syndicated, and that I'm so far out of that world I have no idea. But like I mentioned,
Bob Breakfast Club, they're pretty.
Oh
popular.
Breakfast Club is huge.
Good example.
Yeah, they're making bank for sure.
They're probably like as far as like urban or pop or whatever you want to call that. They're probably the biggest, right?
I would guess so.
By far.
I see more of the Breakfast Club on YouTube and like digital content than and I think that's the way. But it's all headed that direction. With everybody. Anyway, it's pretty interesting, and but we appreciate him having on a show.
Thank you guys so much.
We'll take the extra promotion and get some Twitch followers.
Do some cross promotion, and looks like we're buying a goat. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to listen to the show.
Damn it.
Let's take a little break, buddy.
Should we shot now or shot when we get back?
Let's do a shot now.
Let's do it now. Okay, hold on.
Let's get this party started.
I gotta get my soundboard up here. I feel a little rushed today for no other reason other than I'm sort of deprived of sleep and a little loopy.
I had that Rover's Morning Glory. I see. You know what's funny?
I see a lot of Rover.
That?
I only see these guys when I'm looking for comedian interviews.
Yep, me too.
Because I like to listen to other radio show interviews when a comedian comes in, especially if you don't know them, because I look for little topics and stories that they bring up that I think is interesting.
That was my original radio name.
Rover?
No, little topics.
No. So yeah, that's another big one. But I only see them on the on YouTube in their digital format.
All right, Butler.
All right,
here we go.
Our cheers to long legs that make Dan randy, to bumping posts that make my puss sandy, to grown men shitting in tents and butt putting on your shoes that makes no sense. Spoiler alert, Randy, don't cause a fuss, but why the fuck did you shit on the bus? Rock and roll 902.
Oh, Randy. Yeah. All right.
Cheers, everybody.
A long one.
Randy's still getting it after all these years.
Yep. I saw the design of his trophy.
Oh, my God.
Well, Suntory Japanese whiskey.
Delicious.
Fucking delicious.
He'll be getting his trophy soon. It's in production right now.
That's a reference to our BDM show this week for Shark Week. So if you don't know what we're talking about, sign up for BDM membership. And you can hear people shitting their pants. Mm-hmm. So including Seth, who bailed on us today. So everybody gives Seth shit.
You never know.
On his shoe.
He may be showing up. Yeah.
He may show up.
Because he is so... You should have seen the text message. He's like, oh my God. He's like, I got the alarm to be on a show, but I...
Worst news guy ever. Didn't even show up for his job.
But since I was here earlier this week for the BDM show, he's like, and the Shark Week, he's like, I got confused. He's like, now I think...
He asked me right before he left on Monday.
Yeah, he did.
But he's like, now my memory's going, and I'm freaked out about CTE.
Losing it.
And then he's like, I'm on my way. I'm like, dude, don't worry. We're going to Butler. He's like, I'm on my way. I'll be there as fast as I can. I'm like, dude, it's all good. Like, I like he takes it seriously, but calm down, bro.
Tom, have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Joey Cape?
Mm-hmm.
Tell the audience who Joey Cape is.
Joey Cape is the singer for Lagwagon.
Mm-hmm. He is indeed, and guitarist, I believe. He's a damn fine musician.
And he's come out with acoustic CDs.
Well, yeah, he's a hell of a singer-songwriter, but
CDs,
he has...
Lagwagon's coming to St. Augustine.
Ooh, I'm going to have to
Let's
do
go.
that. They have a new album coming out, too. Have you heard their new single?
I've heard some of it, yeah.
I think the album's called Railer, and it's got an awesome dad on the cover. Like he's grinding on rollerblades, and it's a fucking best photo you'll ever see. So go Google that. But in the meantime, out this week, Joey Cape has a new album out called Let Me Know When You Give Up. I mean, this guy's such a good songwriter. He really is. This is one of the faster tracks we're going to play here. This is called Fall Down. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN if you'd like to call the show, or show@tomanddan.com if you'd like to throw us an email. We'll be right back. If you want to be a bedroom killer, Fair Villa, Fair Villa. If you want to be a bedroom killer, Fair Villa, Fair Villa. That's all I got.
It's all right.
But I kind of like it.
They're
like,
serious.
I got inspired, and the tone I took was a very dark, almost a mysterious take. But
you went a little Amanda Knoxy there. Don't. He means sex. Don't kill your Italian roommate. I don't know why I want to say that during a commercial.
Fairville Mega Store, the place that you go when you don't want to kill your Italian roommate.
Samantha would be proud of me for that reference.
That was actually like I was blown away by that. But you know what? Like so much of what Fairvilla has, like I want to peel back the idea that it's something naughty. I want to peel back the idea that there's something bad.
Taboo, faux pas.
Because we all have kids, and how do you make kids? You have sex. I mean, come on, guys. But, like, the staff, Fairvilla, their staff, even though they have a full-blown, amazing facility, their flagship store on iDrive, that's not the shining star to me. I mean, when you walk in, it looks like a department store. But that's not what wins. What wins is the staff. The people that, like, because a lot of times when you go in there, you're a little over your head. Yeah. Again, most of us are like Tom, myself, Sam, she's a different animal. Like, she knows all the things, she got all the stuff. But for me and you, we go in there, and you're going to need somebody to kind of guide you around. Yeah. And the way that they win, without having to get online and buy stuff you don't know about, or possibly get yourself injured by buying something.
Some cheap Chinese knockoff.
Don't buy that crap. Just go to Fairvilla and talk to the staff. Tell them what you want, and if they don't have it, they can order it. They'll figure it out. They're top notch. They're second to none.
Well, and they also only carry high quality products, and with reputable companies that they've worked with for years. So you're also going to get all these products that they personally vetted because they've been doing this for so long. But they have multiple locations. Like their mega store on OBT is gigantic. They got a location over in the Cape, Cape Canaveral. They have a location in Secrets Hideaway in Kissimmee. They got a location on iDrive. They got a location in Key West. So all those, you can go online at fairvilla.com as well if you want to browse products and stuff. But I mean, oils. They got the wedge. They got simple stuff, and they got the.
They got classes.
The machine.
Maybe you're way out in left field. Go to one of their educational parties. That's what I call them. Yeah, the Fairvilla U. You go there. You're going to meet with a professional. You're going to get yourself a champagne because, you're going to knock that inhibition down a little bit.
Get some drinks.
They're going to give you all the info. They're going to tell you what to do, what not to do to be safe, to be educated, to be correct. And then more than likely you walk away with a couple of gifts, a couple of prizes.
Yeah, buy something at a store. They also have costumes and all that.
Not to mention a great date night. Like if you're looking for something a little out there, you take your wife to like a nice bar, little nice dinner. Yeah. You guys get some drinks. You party, you get fed, get tight, and then you go over to Fairvilla, you walk around, you laugh, you maybe get one of the staff members to kind of walk you around, tell them what you want. I mean, it sounds amazing to me.
100%. And Halloween's coming up soon, so you can get your costume there. It's fairvilla.com.
Scumbags! What's going on? It is Sam and Trav with your BDM clip of the week, Sam.
And Trav.
It's that time
Shart
Week! It is that time of year again. It is Shart Week 2019.
I look forward to this every year.
I get to hear all my friends' embarrassing anonymous stories, air quotes.
So, yeah, we had great entries this year, and here's a clip of one of them.
Woke up about 2 in the morning with a terrible gut rumble.
Oh, man.
And had to wake up quick and get out of my cot and get up out of the tent. But the tent was brand new, still had a sticky zipper, and I could not get out and save my life.
He couldn't unzip the tent.
So
He said it had a sticky zipper.
at what time of night?
It was like 2 in the morning.
Extra points for that phrase.
So just let me set the scene. So you're on a cot, your buddy's there, you just sucked his dick, and you. I just stopped my nose.
Oh man!
You woke up to, and now it's got to be bad when your diarrhea cramps wakes you up.
All that butt fucking gave me diarrhea.
Jesus Christ.
So you woke up with the gut cramps. You're trying to get out of the tent, but you can't get out.
I can't get out.
So what happens? What do you do?
I started yelling for him to wake up.
Help!
You complained, man.
So you start yelling for your buddy to help you because now what position are you? Like, are you
Jesus
holding
Christ.
it in now? How bad is the doo-doo cramps?
It's, the cramps are there. The doo-doo's coming.
Okay.
It's, I'm bending over trying to get to, the zipper's at the bottom, trying to get over. I messed with it for too long. And then I stood up, pretty drunk still, started hollering at him to wake up. And then I felt it start to come, and the doo-doo started filling my shorts.
So it wasn't a shot, you actually shit your pants.
There were so many stories this year that I read, and we only picked 4 to talk about. Even Seth Petrozelli told us one of his stories. So to hear the rest of this episode, you need to sign up to become a BDM
At TomandDan.com. I absolutely love the lyrics to that song. They're highly irresponsible. Gentleman says a tab, a cap, or a dab. I just want to keep feeling rad.
All right.
Not good. That is not good. That's drug abuse, kids, and that's not good. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer, is here. Hey, Sam.
Hello.
Butler, our sales guy, is here.
Hello.
Hey, nice toast, but it was teetering on the edge of falling apart. Every third word. Every third word, it was like, I felt like I was watching one of those guys at Epcot spinning the plate, in Italy.
It was
Or the competitions where they have this big telephone pole that they put over water,
Caber tossing?
No,
log rolling.
No, but it's high. It's like 20 foot off the water or whatever, and then they lay it down straight parallel, and then they grease it up or put some shaving cream shit. They put a flag at the end. Then they have drunk guys try to run to get the flag.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, and then every cheers. That's what Butler's.
Somebody take that and make it into a song.
And our new news guy, I say new. He's,
Punish.
I have a confession to make, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Well, I told you I was in Lake Mary. I was in bed sleeping.
The whole thing was a liar.
Fired.
Why did you treat me like a goddamn liar?
Okay, here's the deal.
I'm the manager of fucking goddamn KFC or some shit, and you're like, I food poisoning today.
I panicked. I woke up.
Come in today. My grandma's dead.
I woke up panicking because I had tons of texts. I woke up and what time is it? I woke up at 8 in the morning, which is way too early for me. I usually get up like 9:30, 10. And then I woke up as my alarm went off for the news, and it was 11. I was like, oh, geez. And then I saw tons of texts, and then I was like, I gotta write something. And I was like, I'm not here. I'm away. I'm gone.
Hold on, what text did you see?
Because
I didn't even text you. You texted me first at 11:55.
Other people's texts. I missed tons of people.
I was gonna say you're a bad liar if you came that fast.
Yeah, well, I felt bad. I'm in Canada time still. I still have that.
Here we go. You were here Monday. Monday, motherfucker.
I've been sleeping till noon every day since. I don't know why. I've been going to sleep at like 3:30 in the morning. I'd lay awake in my bed, delirious and thinking about my life.
Well, thanks for coming in, man. You didn't have to. That we would have like.
No, I want to.
Yeah,
this is my only fun time.
Oh, this got sad.
I told you that.
This is all I have.
It really makes me sad.
By the way, you told me you were like, I'm doing a personal training session.
No, I said private lesson.
What does that mean?
I was
like, don't.
That means he's the back of the Smoothie King jacket off.
It means me and Rocky are just looking at each other in bed.
Rocky.
You left Rocky for this?
No,
Why don't you bring Rocky?
I didn't know dogs were allowed in the studio.
He's not going to like do anything.
No,
right?
no,
Yeah,
he's
fine. Yeah, absolutely.
His sphincter's a little more loose now that he's 10 years old. No, I'm just
he's
joking.
so sweet though. He's
sharts just like his daddy.
He's so cute, super cute. I mean, mega cute dog, man. Yeah.
There's only 3 different people that have brought their dogs in the studio. One of them,
Piff.
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz brought it.
Piff the Magic Dragon.
Mr. Piffles.
Piff the Magic Dragon. Steve-O.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve-O brought it?
Yeah.
And Joseph Martin always brings his dog in the studio.
Well, Joseph's dog is like a wild dog.
Wait, we've also had Potato, which is Rebecca from Satara's dog.
Yes, we've had Potato in here.
Ziggy Potato.
But he was zipped up in a box. You know, I don't feel like, like that little carrier.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
No, he got out one time. Remember he had the poofy jacket on?
That's when Butler was in there literally having
With
a
Caesar,
love fest with Caesar. Oh, Caesar. I guess
There's a
Caesar
dog
counts.
fight going on.
So you're allowed to bring your dog if you're a giant celebrity or you're high.
Basically.
I'm
Then
sorry.
we give you a pass.
I'm sorry.
I can't do. I'm not either, or can't do either. That's great.
there it is. You're out of it.
No, you've been on TV, national,
and
Best friends
international.
with Joe Rogan, right?
And I was going to announce this later, but I just got booked for Ken Shamrock's new bare knuckle fighting. I'm the new commentator and in locker room interviewer, roaming interviewer, post fight interviewer.
Oh, really?
Congrats.
Yeah, for Ken Shamrock's.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah,
I've seen that on Facebook.
Yeah,
They call it bare knuckle.
it's called Valor Fighting Championship or Valor Fighting.
Better get it right. You want me to cut that out?
I know it's Valor, but I don't know the underneath what it is.
Now, Seth, what I've seen this bare knuckle, and it's caused a little bit of controversy because people are like, "Oh, but
let me tell you, it's safer than MMA now.
It is.
Safer than kickboxing, safer than boxing. Think about it. When you're hitting somebody, picture a bowling ball on a string hanging. If you're going to hit that thing bare knuckle, you're going to hit that thing full go 100%. You're probably going to hit about 50 to 75% because you got to protect your hands and make sure everything's okay. So when you're doing this type of fighting, you're probably not going to be striking the person's head at 100%. And you know that. You have to pull your punches just a little bit.
I feel like I'm talking to the CEO of Big Pharma telling me that OxyContin is not that bad.
This is what they told me. This is the bullet points they gave me last night.
You're not supposed. Chant it with me. You're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that.
Let's mark that and delete that.
Because I feel like you talk.
You're my favorite person. You really are, man. I know that we have parallel lives where we would never hang out because you
I try to hang out with you both all the time.
No,
big dick me.
No. I would love to, but I got a kid.
They only hang out with each other.
I got a kid and I'm
Dude,
married.
just see our lives. It's boring.
Oh man! Like last night, I went to Chewy's. I spilled jalapeno sauce on my pants. It looked like I came my pants. I went home. I got high. I tried to eat my wife's pussy.
You guys boring.
Tonight. I can't even have. I have pool parties. Don't even come anymore. Me and Tony were pouring in my pool.
He did. Tom invited all of us.
He finally invited me, and I stood him up.
He invited Butler.
He actually told me to stop by.
He invited me. He invited you, and none of us.
I might
look what happened afterwards. He pulled his boy's uncircumcised penis that got stuck or something.
No, don't talk about it.
That was that day, right?
I'm gonna have to start doing what every radio show host does: start inviting listeners to his house so he has friends.
Oh man, that's a slippery slope. Next thing you know, you got lone wolf sleeping in your bathroom.
All the listeners, they'll come.
God,
they'll hang out.
That hurts because it was funny.
They'll be my
even
real
your
friends.
wife mentioned something to my wife. She's like, "You guys aren't coming?" And I think she felt bad for you because everybody was flaking.
Everybody bailed.
And I go, "Well,
it's not fun. That's why."
I had my good friend Dan Thompson invited me to something else that we had already committed, and I hate once I've already committed. Now I'll be honest with you, I would have loved to have gone to the pool party and tried to do both, you know. But once I just can't. I hate bailing on people once I've committed, to things, And so I went, and we had a really good time. But the whole time I was there, I saw a picture that somebody posted, and it was just you and Tony Ray standing in the pool with bears, and nobody else was there. Nobody else was there. And I was
even your kids didn't want to hang out. They were hanging out in their room by themselves.
His boys will greet us. They'll hug us. They play with Maisie, and then we go out into the pool, and then his boys, they come out, and they're going, we're going to retire to the living room to watch a movie. And then they shut the door, and then they go in there.
It's too hot. Goddamn snowflakes. Anyway, then it got worse. My grill, they broke, and then I had to flame up.
Would you burn the sausages?
I had to bring my old Peace River camping grill. I was grilling on that thing.
On a camping grill?
Yeah, it quit a grease fire. I poured some bubbly on there. Bad idea.
Well, bubbly is highly flammable. A lot of people don't know this. Do not pour the sparkling water bubbly on anything. It instantly ignites.
Don't pour water on a grease fire. Then there's a huge flame, and I thought about kicking it off to the ground.
You got to kick it into the pool. And then you're like, save the sausages. They're floating.
So, any listeners that want to come to a pool party, be my friends.
You better not
see, because you guys already know I'm boring. The listeners think there's some allure there, like, oh, this guy's really interesting, really cool.
Maybe his wife will wear that bikini that goes down to her pubes.
But then
I'll go to hang out with your wife.
After a couple months, you're like, this guy's boring.
Have you seen?
I'd rather do that too.
Have you seen his wife's bathing suit?
No,
dude, you got to look at
like
this
thing. Watch me. It goes down.
Wait. So it's a full piece, but it goes a big, deep. It's a deep V to the P.
Yeah, deep V to the P.
Deep V to the P.
That's the name of the show. Is Deep V to the P. And she looks good in it too, brother.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
I can imagine.
Oh, it's big and got the
little slim waist.
Oh god! And
the pretty face.
And this guy, he can't. He's too embarrassed to really give her what she needs
because he sees it every day. He doesn't appreciate it.
Plus, he's awkward with sex. He's awkward with sex. And she probably needs somebody who's not going to be awkward with sex, not going to clam up when you're like you're dirty talking, and you're like, yeah, put your tongue in it.
You know what? I feel like
that. What? Put my tongue where? Oh, I need a bubbly.
If
pour some bubbly on this.
If society wanted people to really appreciate their significant other more, they'd make divorce a lot easier because I feel like there's a certain security that everybody has, and the fact that divorce is a big pain in the ass. So going to that route is like everybody knows they're like, I don't want to. It's so much paperwork and the money thing. Just whatever. But then if it was easy, I feel people are like, oh shit, I better do something there. Because she could just be one signature and then it's all done.
My wife called me today. She was over at my daughter's school doing a color run. The kids did a color run, and which I think is super fun and cool. But I'm like, you guys. You could lower the tuition cost a little bit if you didn't do such fun things. I mean,
well, that's why you pay so much.
Coloring books.
What's a color run? Oh, color run.
A color run.
God damn it.
I didn't know what
Seth was confused and thought they only made the black kids run around.
Yeah, I thought you were chasing
Jesus
them.
Christ.
I didn't know what kind of school they went to. I don't know.
Well, they don't go to like an apartheid school. They go to a normal.
This is a rich school.
You should have stayed with your dog.
No, so they did a color run today. It was great. So then my wife, completely inappropriate, FaceTimes me in front of all you guys. She's FaceTiming me fucking naked. And I was in there. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's just there. She's like, I just want to FaceTime you before you did the show. And then she was like showing me where they had stained her because she ran with my daughter during the color run. But I'm like, this is inappropriate.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Well,
it is. I would have showed you guys. I would have showed you guys.
I would have taken a look.
I'm like, whenever I have somebody, I like showing off what I have to people. They don't probably like it, but I like showing off.
What? So
like the pictures of my
like shit on your shoe.
You never
let's see that.
Pictures of like the person.
You
I'm
never
with.
show me any. You showed what you did. Okay, I don't know if I can talk about this. You
Probably
showed me
not.
a few pictures of the Russian.
Yeah, we did see that.
But then you didn't show me. You said you had some good ones. You didn't show me.
Do you have
really good
a
one.
picture of your penis in your phone?
I could pull it up in 2 seconds.
Okay.
He thinks nobody does that.
I have a file for just.
He has a dick pic file.
It's called it's called the XXX file. And it's on,
I don't have one. I
don't even know how to put files in my phone. I don't even know what to think.
I don't think I've ever taken a picture of my penis.
What? Really?
Samantha.
I mean, it's like a file.
What were you going to ask Samantha to take a picture of my penis?
No.
Because I feel like
there's been a lot of HR issues today.
What? The first
started
one?
when I
Okay,
walked
tell
in.
me if this is an HR issue.
Hey, long
She walks in.
legs.
She normally doesn't wear shorts. When she walked in, I go,
What does she
Hey,
wear?
what's up, shorts? I go, you look taller in shorts. That's all I said.
Oh, you can't say that.
Apparently not.
Because you're insinuating that
No.
her legs go up forever.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
All the way up.
Obama. If Trump were president earlier, I'd have been able to say it.
That's true.
Anyway, I'll move on.
What were you?
What were you going to say? What were you
I was hanging out with Bubba Lustmunch yesterday. I was like, "Hey, Seth, show Samantha a picture of your dick."
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Only Bubba the Love Switch can do that. You can't do that.
I don't know. Just from being there, and,
Yeah.
I only send them if
I got the bite.
Oh, I got that too. I made one post on the BDM page about how I think Maynard from Tool doesn't sing good, and guy made a meme. It's like, did Tampa radio one day. Put your dukes up, you act like a fucking controversial asshole. Like, no, I said on the BDM page I was doing a social experiment. I kind of was. But they were correct. I could have probably done it in a different way. But what I determined is that progressive rock bands, and I wrote this down to talk about, progressive rock bands like Porcupine Tree, Coheed and Cambria, Tool, A Perfect Circle, but even though they're a little more mainstream, I don't even think I put them in there. I'm trying to think of other ones. Pink Floyd. Give me some more prog rock bands.
Tool. How long has Tool been a band? It's over 20 years, right?
Yeah. I believe
they're-
so.
They would be considered older in the rock world. I have no idea.
But they're still coming out with new music, and they put a lot of distance between their music. What I was trying to get to, and the reason it probably wasn't translating correctly, because and a couple of people were in there, and they're really setting me straight about, like, well, music is going to be interpreted different for everybody, and you shouldn't be shitting on stuff. I get it, and you're absolutely correct, and I was wrong, and I have no problem saying.
No, but you could say your opinion.
Yeah, I can, but that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was really fucking stoned.
You're trolling.
First of all, I was fucking really stoned. No, I wasn't trolling because I don't like trolling. But you're right, I was trolling. But I was so high. I was so high, I didn't realize that it could have been taken as a trolling type thing. But what I was really trying to do is get to the idea that progressive rock bands like the aforementioned ones that I've just said, I'm sure there's tons more, is the only category of music that I can think of that is completely no gray area. There's none.
What do you mean?
I've never met somebody that I said, like, hey, you like Coheed and Cambria? It's either going to be, they're
gotcha.
great, or it's going to be, they fucking stink,
Yeah, there's no
and they
middle
should
road.
all die.
You're like, yeah, I've listened a couple times. Every once in a while.
Tool's like that. You like Tool? I love them. You like Tool? Hate them.
You know what? I may be the only one because I have no opinion. Although if a
but
Tool
you have
song,
no opinion of everything.
That's true.
yeah. But if a Tool song came on, like a popular one, I have no idea. Yeah.
You would know sober.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, all right. You know, like if it really, like, I could.
That's what my dad would say if I put on Tool. I'd be like, all right, what is this, rock and roll?
Yeah. I guess you would have to not be like just a music fan to not have opinion like me. But even though I like music, I just don't seek it out. But if you put it on, I wouldn't be like, this is garbage.
What do you like? Like, you're a boring guy, man.
I know. That's why
nobody goes to the party.
This is my favorite.
He just gambles.
This is my favorite Tool song because I'm not like completely devoid from liking Tool. But what I was trying to do, it was a little trolly because I don't dislike Tool, and I even said that in the thread. I'm like, okay, this is like a joke. I'm fucking around, guys, but
People don't read through the comments.
I like the bass in that because it drops.
They put a hell of a live show. I saw them back in Lollapalooza.
Gets you in the chest. But what I was attempting to do there is just prove that progressive rock and roll music to me is the most polarizing music I can think of, and I was trying to think of other, like Muse. Muse is a prog rock band, but I know the only people I know.
I love Muse.
Right?
Yeah.
But I've talked to people that fucking hate Muse. There's I've never met a guy that's like, yeah, all right.
Same with Radiohead.
I left the concert when
Love
Muse
Radiohead.
started playing.
Maybe I just
Thank
like
you.
prog
Not
rock.
that I hate him, I just don't care for him, so I was like, eh.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, Butler.
You know what's funny is that the only story I've heard about Tool recently is the whole thing.
Justin Bieber thing?
Yeah, the Justin Bieber thing.
It's fucking awesome.
And I wanted to be like, Maynard is his name. Like, you got 2019 because nowadays, like, even a fucking, like, you're the lead singer to Tool, like, and he's always been known for, like, singing with the back turned to the audience, and he's a fucking rock star artist or whatever. Like, I imagine he'd say what he wanted.
In a nice
I don't know
way.
if he's a dickhead or not, but he could say
listen
dickhead.
to his Mark Maron episode.
I thought his Joe Rogan interview, he was not a dick at all.
Was it also
So
5
maybe
hours
he's
long?
moody. Maybe he's got maybe he's like me. Maybe he needs to be on some meds.
But what's funny is, like, that's
Probably.
what you
Level
want
yourself out, bro.
the lead singer to your rock band to be. It's like no offense.
Aggressive, yeah.
It's like when Fat Mike says some shit on stage and everybody attacks him for it. It's like
Rush. That's a great prog rock band.
You want him to be controversial. That's what he does. You fucking punk rock. Or whatever Maynard is. He's like he's like fuck Justin Bieber or whatever he's saying. I don't want him to be a fan of me. And then people attack him.
That's unfortunate. He's like, I'm a Tool fan. He's like, that sucks.
Yeah.
Another one.
That's what he should have said. And people are like,
He also should have said he hates hippos.
Trucker 69, which is
God damn it.
Trucker 69, which is my favorite Twitch name that we
Handle.
have, because I always said that as a joke and then somebody took it. Mentioned the band Yes, which is definitely a prog rock band. Would be considered older. Older prog rock bands to me are easier to digest than newer prog rock bands. The one that gets me in the most trouble, though, and they're probably one of my favorites, is Coheed and Cambria. I really, really love them. Most people I mention it to, including Dan Thompson, the gentleman I hung out with and I blew off your pool party that looked really lame, he's like, nope, the voice, can't do it. And prog rock bands also, their lead singers have a tendency to have voices that are weird. So I wasn't trying to throw the shade. I was trying to be creative and ask the question in a weird way, but it ended up being trolling and I was high, so I fucked up. But, like, think of it. Coheed and Cambria, Rush. Geddy Lee's voices.
I get shit for hating Rush all the time. I fucking can't stand Rush.
See, there you go. I love Rush.
Yeah.
First
You're
concert
right,
I ever went to was Rush. It's the most polarizing music
I don't
is
know.
progressive rock and roll.
I don't mind any of those bands other than Tool.
Is Nickelback considered that?
No!
I don't know nothing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scream at you.
Well, because every
don't know.
Nickelback.
I've only heard, but here's the thing: they're millionaires and they'll sell out shows. Like, there's a lot of people that like them, but I've only heard people shit on them, which is weird. Like, every time Nickelback's brought up, it's always for a joke or someone shitting on them.
Look, Juan
But
even
people
says
like
it.
them.
On Twitch, twitch.tv/TomAndDan Live, if you want to watch us, if you want to chat. Juan, our Twitch manager, says that's the number one polarizing band between Sarah and I, Rush.
Yeah.
That's the first concert I ever went to. I thought they were such great musicians.
Well, they are.
I loved it, but I get the Geddy Lee's voice is very difficult to digest. So is
push him over.
Claudio Sanchez from Coheed. His voice is extremely hard to digest if it doesn't register correctly with you. Like, it's because it's weird. Mm-hmm. I guess Maynard is too, and that's what I was trying to do, and I kind of fucked it all up. But anyway. So
is the music industry as broken up, like I'm talking about, like podcast media, talk radio, all that?
Yeah, as far as albums,
look at today.
singles,
Look
like that,
at
absolutely.
today. Another reason why I wanted to bring this up, isn't today the day or yesterday that all of Tool's catalog got released digitally for streaming?
Yeah,
and they've never done that. They were kind of the old men. They were the old holdouts. Remember when Kid Rock did that too? You know, we're like, a bunch
of people did. There's a couple bands.
Yeah, like, I'm not putting my music out for streaming. Well, you're
Beatles
a fucking
wasn't out for a while.
You're a fucking idiot.
You can't. Yeah, you can't not. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
exist
sorry, the
anymore.
world is moving on with you. I mean, if you decide to stay in this burning boat, you can stay there, but.
Is there CDs for sale?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Dude, I went to a concert, punk rock show on Saturday night, and with the ticket to get in, they handed you a CD. And I'm like,
well, that's given
right.
away for
What the fuck do
free.
you do with that?
Not for sale.
well, they sell them, but they were saying if you come to the show, you get a free one, but they're going to sell them. And it's like, all right. My husband's like, I don't even have a CD player in my car. I don't know what to do with
well,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Is anybody buying? Who bought
Somebody
a
has
CD?
to be.
Is this for collecting now? Like records were back in
I don't know.
It's funny you say records. When I was at that String Cheese show in Red Rocks, they weren't giving away CDs or selling CDs, but you could pre-order a vinyl pressing of that night.
Vinyl,
which is fucking really cool.
Also, cassettes are back.
Did you get it?
I don't know if you're aware.
Oh, you should have, dude. That's cool.
Cassettes are back, and I'm
thought
like,
that
how
was
are you
really
playing
cool.
a goddamn cassette?
Yeah, well,
They
they're
just
back
gained
for
some love
pure
and-
novelty. I don't think they're actually back.
I don't like
They're
string
selling
cheese
them at
at
every
all,
show I
but
go to. They're selling
that's-
cassettes.
Is it
fucking
for?
brilliant.
Is it? But that's got to be for novelty, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be for the joke. No one's actually.
Who's buying a cassette for a joke?
You go up to Park Ave CDs and look at the number of
back.
bands that are going backwards,
Yeah.
because there is a kitschiness to having, listening to things in a different form. Some
Also,
people
I love hearing that
That's
at
the
the end of
worst
the
way,
cassette.
right?
It goes and then reverses the other direction. Plays back.
Yeah.
So
Well, you had a
love that.
fancy.
I mean,
cassette
go on
player.
eBay, look up
It
a
just
Sony.
stops and then and just replays the other way, so it plays the other side.
No, mine didn't. Do that.
Hell no, you had to flip that
Yeah,
shit.
I had to flip that shit. I wasn't rich.
Yeah, dude.
My dad had a
cassette player.
I love hearing that sound. I remember that sound.
No, seriously, my cassette player would stop, and then it
pop it
sometimes
open?
it
would pop open. Sometimes.
My shit was so old that it would go.
And then it'd start eating the damn tape.
Yeah, and then I'm like,
God.
oh shit,
Get a pencil
you didn't
out.
want to put too much stress on it, you know? And then you flip it.
Reversed.
But when's the last time anybody in here bought a music CD? I mean, it's been years, right?
Almost 10 years for me.
Yeah. I mean, way longer than that for me because I don't even listen.
I used to go and buy CDs at Park Ave. Like probably up until like maybe 5 years ago, because I liked having the liner notes and stuff like that, and then I'd immediately burn it into my computer, and then take it because I would open it this way, like you know that sticker they'd put on the top that had the name of the band, the name of the album, and then you'd have to grab the tab, peel it, and then peel it off both sides. If you jacked up that bottom little hinge and you folded it up, you'd keep the sticker in place. You could take the disc out, do it without rupturing the sticker, and then put it back down. And then I'd put that in my filing cabinet for safekeeping, and the CD was burned into my iPod.
I would re-shrink wrap it and sell it back, and then go return it for my money.
That's another brilliant idea. You're like
that's trashy.
My grandma used to buy a dress.
CDs when I was 18 years old. That's
grandma used to buy a dress and keep it in a gift box. Like she would have it wrapped in a gift box, and she'd slide it under her bed, and then she'd wait till that dress went on sale, and then she'd take it back to the people, and then get whatever money she was owed for having it be on sale.
I used to wait for those magazines to come once a week that said get 10 CDs for 1 penny.
Yeah. Columbia
and
House.
I used to
Columbia
get,
House. I still have debt to that.
My parents used to hate me because I just freaking used to fill like
Didn't we talk
6
about
or
that on my
7 of
show?
those.
What was your jam? I see you as a
Father
Godsmack
owes
man.
the money still.
What, back in the day?
A little bit in the
I was
day.
always classic rock. My dad was in a band. Like, he played classic rock, so Pink Floyd, like all the.
Yeah.
All the
Your dad was
classic.
in a band. What did he play?
Yeah. 12-string acoustic and bass. He does both. He does both.
Badass.
That's why.
And
I got
now
into the
you-
flute.
and now
I
you-
actually played the flute a couple times for
Jethro Tull on the Jethro Tull show.
yeah.
So your dad,
Moody
who's a
Blue- and
classically
Moody-
trained 12-string guitar player and bassist, you used to have him as a slave working at your house.
Yeah, he plays at night though. Still, sometimes I hear him. In the
Yeah, he has to because you don't pay him enough.
No.
You should do father and son, dad.
Would you guys come to play
12-string
a
guitar,
song for us?
flute.
But we could. I
I'll
guess.
sing. There's a lady
You should do some Lizzo.
Like a folk rock band.
all that glitters is gold.
We've done it before. We've done the movie.
Play the flute.
We've done Nights in White Satin together before. I play the flute solo and he does the guitar.
Nights in white satin. Yeah, let's do it. Let's form an all-star podcast band, and we can call it the Munsters of the Midwest.
Oh, no, I like that. I call it Deep V to the P.
Deep V to the P.
Deep V to the P.
Yeah.
Tonight at Frogger's, it's Deep V to the P.
I like the idea of Seth and his dad doing a father and son
Hold
duo.
on. I got to pull up some of this here. Hold
You got room for a didgeridoo player in there?
Oh shit! I forgot you played didgeridoo.
Yeah, no nerds allowed.
It's called the CTEBs.
CT.
That's too far.
I'm spit my white out.
If you were a rapper, your name would be CTEZE. Hold on.
Let's
Jethro Tull.
when
Hold on. Which one? Hold on. Let's do
I
it.
was already freaking out because I forgot about today's podcast.
yeah, that's what made me remember.
I'm not even kidding. I really was.
Don't ever
was
tell a bully your weaknesses.
It's true.
Oh, here. This is the one. This is the one I want you to do with me, Seth.
Yeah, Jethro Tull's hard to play.
Yeah, we're gonna do this one. Here we go. Little Jethro.
Oh, Aqualung? Oh, yeah, I can do Aqualung.
Aqualung.
Yeah, right? Sitting on the park bench, eyeing little girls with bad intent.
This is Seth.
That is me.
Why do you think I picked this song?
Snot's running down his nose.
I was going to sing it.
Shard is coming out his ass.
The fact that you went all in on it, I'm like,
Shitting on
oh my God.
pieces of his Air Jordans.
Shitting on a park bench.
shitting on my Jordans.
This needs to happen.
Sitting in business class, shitting my shorts.
Wanting to touch the
No.
flight attendants.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. What do you want to do, buddy?
Let's do some mail on mail.
All right, we can do mail on mail. That's easy.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail, brought to you by onefirmforlife.com. If you need any legal advice or dealing with divorce and you want it to be collaborative, hard for me to say.
Collaborative.
Then
Carrabba's Italian Grill.
Kramer Law Firm can help you out. He's got a bunch of lawyers that deal with everything, so just give him a call and he can help you out. It's onefirmforlife.com, my Kramer Law Firm.
First email.
The subject of this is stingy ass. Ooh. Dan, if you can take it, use Gold Bond's powder on your raw, stingy, hot ass. Depending on the severity of the discomfort, it could be a gentle cooling to feeling like an ice cube up your ass. If you want to kick it up a notch, use the extra strength Gold Bond. I've had to put my face in a pillow and scream with that before. It's kind of like when Rambo took the bullet out of a round and used the gunpowder to cauterize an open wound. It stings for a minute, but your ass will thank you 5 minutes later. Disclaimer, don't use gunpowder to cool your stingy ass.
It feels like you're cauterizing your ass.
No, I used to do...
I used to do powder. For 15 years, I did powder until I read the talcum. It was linked to cancer, and I freaked the fuck out.
With women, right?
And I switched to just the regular, without the talcum powder.
Doesn't it cause ovarian cancer?
I don't know what it causes.
What?
It's a talc. I don't think it's...
Oh, it's the cancer coming.
Yeah.
Why are you coughing out blood? It
was a psychosomatic response to me talking about dying, and I freak out.
I used to do something. I think we even talked about this in the early years in 2012 of our podcast. I used to take Noxzema, the original Noxzema face cleaner.
That girl was so hot.
And I would scoop out the Noxzema, and then on my roids, I would take the scoop of Noxzema, and I would pack it into my asshole like a sailor packs tobacco into a pipe.
No.
And then I would hold it in, and I would do, yeah! And then if you could take that I was convinced that it would...
Did it burn?
Oh. No, I was just screaming because it was fun.
What is it?
It's intense. It's like mentholy hot coolness.
It's anti-inflammatory, right? It's like a...
Well, it'd be like putting like a, what do you call it? Icy hot in your butt.
A Vicks vapor rub up your butt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's got that cooling effect.
Mm-hmm. So I would imagine the powder would work, but why not just use something like, I don't know, powder? I've been using powder on my butt because I'm riding my Peloton more, my bike more. So I get more irritation back there. So I've been using Gold Bond, the green, which is the extra strength, on my cheeks to keep them smooth and keep them heat bump free.
How do you get the powder on the beehole?
You fluff it up.
You put it on
you LeBron James.
I do have a stingy ass continued follow-up email that says, in case you're wondering how to apply, fold 4 to 5 sheets of toilet paper to the size of one sheet and pour the powder on that. Then wipe your ass. You may need to go to a standing but bent over position unless you got the goods to do it.
That's called the BC powder.
I lay on my back onto my shoulders and stick my ass in the air and I just dump it right on the balls.
Just have your wife.
Too much.
I lay in the shower like a crab and I shake it like a crab on its back.
The scorpion.
Yeah, and I shake it on my...
with your feet.
And then I go, I'm so shiny. Not everybody will get that.
Great song.
My wife's never
a wonderful song.
Never seen the beehole.
Your butthole?
Yeah.
When she's gone
Spice
down
up
on
your
you,
sex
she's
life,
seen
bro.
it. She hasn't said anything.
Yeah,
no, how would she see it?
Because I thought so too. And
I'm
then,
sitting on it.
Like I have a little tag there.
Are you always sitting when you get a...
Always.
Really?
Only sitting. And I have a big...
Where do you sit on the edge of the bed?
Leather poofy chair. Like
I think that, but they do see down. You see down there.
I would be willing to bet Jen's never seen my asshole either.
We've
I know Andrea's seen mine. I asked her to take a photo of it.
I didn't think so either, but when they're down there, because I have a little tag, my little leftover hemorrhoid tag on my butt. That I'm embarrassed.
Oh, you have a tag?
Do you make girls eat your butt with your butt tag?
Well, the thing is, I'm embarrassed to talk about it. So when I'm down there, they kind of mention it. I'm like, yeah, I got a tag.
Hold on, so you're embarrassed to talk about it, but you get your girl to look at it?
No, I don't get them to look. I don't want them to look at it. Hold on. But when they go down on me after like a month or so,
you have a tail.
I say I have a tag. Like, yeah, I've seen it.
Oh my God.
Oh, you have?
It's not a tubo.
It's not that big. It's not that big. It's just like that.
Don't your balls cover your asshole?
Are your balls like nature's shower curtains?
It's like if this was my asshole, that would be the tag sticking out.
That's long. That's a big one.
That's
my
not a fucking tail, bro.
Yeah, that's not a tail. That's a fucking sandworm.
I like to pull on
Beetlejuice.
I like to pull on it.
Oh, but you got the young girls that are lifting your balls up, doing all the.
Hey, they have
my leg up like that.
I'm getting into it. I'm getting in. I added some techniques this week. I added the me on my knees, her laying down. I added the in, and then out the side of the mouth.
You're doing all types.
Yeah. With the side of the mouth, you got to smack the side of their cheek.
Okay, I'll try that.
You guys
try that.
And then I added the tongue out and the whack.
Yeah.
And then I added squeeze around the balls, tight, and
Oh yeah. My blowjobs are like a military instructional video.
All right, you maggots, you want to suck some dick?
Buy the book, from the 50s. It's nothing crazy.
As long as she wears that deep V to the P, then.
I should have never mentioned that because this guy's a great white shark over here.
She's wearing a full suit.
I would just
burkini.
Businessman suit, hair in a bun, fake mustache.
It's so sexy to have sex and just pull that to the side. Just leave it on. Just pull it to the side.
I agree.
Like pulling the underwear to the side.
Sometimes I like on the outside, just like Japanese animation, I rub the cotton panties until I see a little wetness.
Come on.
And then I'm like, stop. And then I want her to go like this.
What's weird is when you're saying this, Tom looks at me and he doesn't break eye contact.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And Bubba's in the corner. It's really weird.
I'll be right back.
Like, I'm so hard right now.
I could tell who our listeners are and who their guest is because the guest is mortified. They're like, oh my God. Two guys laughing like madmen.
I'm going to spill my tumbler of whiskey.
All right.
First voicemail. Hold on. You gotta.
We learned so much about you, Seth.
I told you about the tag for a long time ago. That was
I didn't know it was that big. Okay, hold on. Going along with what we're talking about, might as well, right?
I'm listening to the Friday Free Show, and Daniel said he got a mouth party in the morning, and Tom is so surprised that anyone does that ever. He doesn't think it's a normal thing. And honestly, I just feel really bad for Tom at this point. What I have envisioned in my head is, like, for his birthday, he's like a month in advance, walking on eggshells, making sure he does everything perfect just for one day of the year to have any sort of sexual satisfaction. I'm sure it's not that bad, or at least I hope it's not that bad. Praying for you, Tom.
Thank you, sir.
Thoughts and prayers.
I'm sure you're not that concerned about my sex life.
Well, that was like one of like maybe 65 different voicemails we got. I weeded most of them out.
There's a little exaggeration. I'm just I'm basing it upon like just a natural, being married or being in a long-term relationship. Like things like morning blowjobs usually tend to wane after the years. And like you can find yourself in situations.
It's like a white whale for me.
Yeah.
Morning blowjob.
And it may be me and Travis are the
black
outliers,
whale, right? Like,
I've been in
not
it over
allowed.
3 years, so I don't know.
bigger.
Yeah. I imagine
it's a better whale.
Bigger blowhole.
Being able to get it all the time and never get it. We're encompassing pretty much all the audience.
But you never.
And everywhere in between, they're I lean toward more Tom, Dan, whatever.
I am being serious. Like last night, because I was on my knees and she's laying down with her face facing this way, I did want to try some things, and I tried some things. You never say like, hey, let's try some things?
Well, out of where? Because you.
What do you mean out of where?
Because out of nowhere, like, hey, let's get a blowjob right now.
I'm not gonna write her a letter and send it to her and say on this date, on this at this time, we will try. No, it's spontaneous.
You gotta have a wife that's open for spontaneous blowjob. I'm saying I don't have a wife like that.
No, but you can't.
Neither Travis.
But you could.
I think a lot of other.
But
people.
I'm sure she would like it if you were like, hey, you want to try some?
Yeah, she might like the spontaneity.
Like driving in a car. Just whipping
you
it
think
out
I haven't? Oh, you think I haven't figured? Like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should ask for it randomly. That'll work. It's been 20 years. I've tried that many of times. That doesn't.
But did you try it 19 years ago?
No, I throw it in there all the time. She can tell by my eyes. I'm like, she's like, not now. Don't even think about it.
Well, that's why.
I look at her.
No wonder.
Creeper.
No wonder.
She creeps around.
She's creeped out.
That's the funniest thing. If I turn to my wife,
maybe I'm naturally creepy
for a morning blowjob or wanting to try something different. If I turned to her and went, she would literally start
for a guy that doesn't like, I'm awkward. I'm naturally
Rodney
awkward.
Dangerfield over
So
there.
Fucking Rodney Dangerfield stare.
Pull it on his collar like, we get a blowjob.
No respect. No respect. You know, my wife, she came over. She was wearing a green negligee. It had pockets. She looked like a pool table. Oh, no respect.
Then dead.
It's funny. Okay.
Anyway, sir, it's fine.
Next email.
I've noticed in some of my favorite homemade adult films that they have music playing while the guy...
What? What's that like a gorilla?
I don't make a sound. I'm too hot.
It did get hot in here.
Yeah, okay, we're good.
All right. I've noticed in some of my favorite homemade adult films that they have music playing while the guy is getting a mouth hug. So do you guys put music on to have sex to, and what kind of music?
I do, yacht rock.
I just have Netflix on in the background. At all
Netflix
times.
and chill.
Yeah, I don't want that because I don't want like something weird. You know, I'm about to come and then some guys get stabbed.
The best thing, I had the Game of Thrones theme going as I was doing some crazy shit. That was really cool. That got me really excited. Yeah, it started and then I was like, I felt like I was one of the guys in like the. It was really, really good. It got me. Yeah. I feel like I was
Don't you know how to play that on flute?
Yeah, he does.
But I wasn't at the time of the sex.
I will give you $500 bounty if you will do a video from your secret camera.
They're not secret.
They're
illegal. They're not secret.
Of you doing and then playing the flute
Yes.
At the same time?
at the same time. But she no faces, no nudity.
Yeah.
I got
No
five on
nudity.
it.
Well, that's going to be hard. You might see my ass.
We'll censor it out.
That's okay.
I know that's okay.
$500 bounty.
I don't want to see the butt tag, though.
Here's the problem
Too
with
big.
putting on music is there seems to be
You're going to see the front tag.
and maybe it's me or my wife and how our personalities are. It's just anytime you start building up like some sort of like expectation or pressure.
You're lighting candles, putting on music.
Yeah, Then it becomes corny. Me and my wife are like, we don't like corny, and so we she's agrees, but she don't like the hand in the middle. The
Hand in the middle.
where you put the everybody puts their hand. Like,
I thought you meant in the middle of her back, and you're getting that. She didn't like
It was
that?
like you're laying on your side, she's laying on her side, hand in the middle, hand in the middle. 1, 2, 3, sex.
She we both don't
You gotta
like
turn
corny
on some
situations.
Lizzo and get her twerking.
Yeah, Lizzo. Oh, there's a Peloton Lizzo ride today.
Nice.
And it's not my personality. So if all of a sudden she comes home and there's like sexy music playing, candles and shit, she'll be like, "What the fuck?" Like, I make her sound like a goddamn
I was gonna say, what
devil.
can you do to make her happy? I don't.
Well, that's what I said.
Because I've been trying to find out for 20 years.
I know, I'm just fucking around, but it's just I think
Maybe you need a big skin tag, bro.
Maybe it's, maybe it's time to invite some other. Like maybe it's time to get.
Oh, that'll
Maybe
work.
it's time to invite me in.
Oh,
there.
you don't like morning blowjobs? Bring in those fucking Combat Barbie.
I don't think she wants a girl. Maybe invite old butt tags.
Old
Old butt. Hey, you want to see something gross?
So I know you don't like morning blowjobs, and I know you don't like candles and sexy music, but I brought in Combat Barbie and Old Butt Tag.
That'll do, trick. I didn't even think of it. This is what you wanted the whole time. I'm just saying, you start to. It's like too much pressure with sexy music. We're like.
I agree with you with that. It's kind of corny.
Yeah, it's corny.
Yeah, it's very corny.
What about candles and shit? Do you do candles?
No, that's corny too.
I'm not
fucking with the candles.
Girls don't like that stuff now. Girls just like being a dick and being raw with them. Yes, they do. They do.
Girls with daddy issues.
My wife is totally okay.
They're fun.
My wife is totally okay. I put on the fan. The lights are low. I light a candle. I have on the oil diffuser that has
it's too much scent stuff.
No, it's good. It's like it's mild. It's mild. You'd be all right with it.
Okay,
It's not overpowering.
And then the Noxzema in the ass.
And then no, there's no Noxzema. I've already flushed that out, sir.
Okay.
But then she knows. I think she kind of knows that that it's not necessarily just for sex. It's not like after sex we turn it all off. It's like for relaxation.
Yeah.
It's all about the night. It's not about the deed. It's more about like we're getting into a calm space here, protective, calming, quiet time sort of deal. And I put on the yacht rock, which is something we both like. That can get a little corny though because some of the songs are corny.
Sure.
So you have to be careful with it. I'm sitting there pumping my wife from behind, and all of a sudden the Pina Colada song comes on.
Butler, what are you porking to?
I just pork to heavy breathing. No sex. A little bit of candle, some diffuser.
No sex.
No music. No sex.
What's happening?
We just sit in the room quietly and look at each other
and listen to romantic music.
We lay on top of each other like stiff soldiers.
Hey, that's what me and my wife had to do when she was a virgin. She'd lay on top of me, I'd lay on top of her, and she'd be like, I'd be like, touching, and she'd be like touching and stuff like that. And I'm like,
dry humping.
I'd be like, it's a fucking nerd shit. But I didn't want to take advantage because it was very creepy of me to be like I didn't want to ever put any pressure, so I'm not going to be like, well, let me put it in, so I let her handle that. And then when she finally did, then the rest is history.
Yeah, that's just a tip.
I'm not going to be that guy.
You probably exploded the first time and just right away.
No.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of anxiety drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm killing you. This is going to be 4 hours of torture.
First time? Oh my God.
Drilling for oil, or when you hear those things downtown where they're knocking into the concrete pylons, it's like, ding! I'm like, this is going to keep going, so you better.
We're in for the long haul.
You want water? Because this ain't stopping.
Yeah, we're going to take you too.
Oh, yeah, Tom, you should throw on Genuine Ride My Pony and see how that goes.
All that shit is corny. Bounce. Candles.
Bounce.
Do women actually like that?
Masking tag.
No. They like when you take them out to eat and do that, a normal type dinner.
Okay, do they like that, or do they like the effort that the guy put in? I think it's more about the effort than the actual environment.
Well, it also helps if you can dance.
What?
Oh, you dancing?
If you're doing Genuine, right?
You know, I'm going to try this. Little candles, Genuine.
Do it. You're going to burn your house down.
Naked doing the worm.
Yes.
Every worm.
Break your dick.
Slapping my dick on the tile.
This is, in my opinion, one of, if not the sexiest songs.
We had a BDM win a best chess contest to this song.
It's so good, man.
Shout out to
it still holds up. I just got to hear this initial hit. Come on.
Oh, what's his name, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's good, man. This doesn't ever
take
not
some,
be good.
Take some notes here, Tom.
99?
This is...
I feel like it was before that, but I could be wrong.
I'm just thinking when I was dancing to the song.
Yeah. I think it had to have been around that
right when I
time.
graduated.
It holds up, though. If this shit comes on, people are going to get, people are going to fuck.
Yeah, old people like us will be.
1996, guys. 1996.
Oh, yeah.
I was 10 years old.
The year
listening to this. What the hell?
girlfriends are born.
Yeah, I don't even know if my wife was alive when this song came out.
She was a child, for sure.
Oh, 96?
96?
No.
My wife was very young in 96.
She had to have been.
How old's your wife?
Lion King
She's
came
only
out
a
in
year
96.
younger than me, right?
Jen's
Your wife?
34.
My
35.
wife's 34.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was out.
So they were like 11.
Mine was.
Oh, it's my turn.
I was definitely boothing at that.
Air boofing?
No, 96,
That's when I lost my
was-
virginity, actually, at 96.
I lost.
No, really?
I lost my virginity when I was 15.
God, you guys are old.
We might as well stick with the theme. Here we go.
So, was listening to the Friday Free Show, and
Is that
I've come to the conclusion that I'm just like Tom. Both mumble mouth.
What do you think that was Ray Romano?
Or come with the frog, Ray Romano.
Ma, what are you doing, Ma?
Yeah, help my confidence. I'm just like Tom.
Hey, I was thinking about it, and I'm kind of just like
We're being bullies. I feel bad.
A little bit. Forget everything.
Poor guy.
Hey, Ma, forget everything. Where's my brother?
It ain't easy being green.
I've had some head trauma. The accident.
Both of our wives yell at us.
Waka waka waka.
What else?
That's Fozzie Bear.
Sounds just like him.
It sounds like him, too. It's a cross between Fozzie and Kermit.
No, Fozzie now on the new Muppet Babies is a little different. They got a new voice actor. And he's
Stupid new
I'm going to
baby.
tell the jokes. He's like that.
I don't like that.
It's a little
Don't like
weird.
that.
Yeah.
Don't like
And they eliminated Skeeter and Scooter. They're dead.
No, it gets ski.
Yeah, and they replaced
they died.
they replaced him with a penguin named Summer, which, irony.
Well, that goes back to that forgetting everything. And also, Tom, I'm with you. Ask for blowjobs. Still don't get no blowjobs.
No shit.
So,
I'm really not surprised.
yeah, fake news. But I am like Dan in a way, super horny all the time.
Who's this guy? I love him.
But
He's
yeah.
awesome, right?
And then one last thing.
Honest. He's honest.
What was the sound guy on the Blink-182 tour? Going Friday.
His name's Ben Bruns.
Want to say what's up.
There you go.
Yeah, see, me and the frog, we know. We know
Ironically,
how it is.
did not know that frogging was real.
What?
You.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You didn't think frogging was real?
Remember, that's how frogging, the whole frogging joke started.
I don't believe in frogging.
I just thought it was something done only in pornos for like the stage
That's
show of it.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. I asked my wife.
A lot of work.
I asked my
It
wife
is a
for
lot of
some
work.
frogging, but
Get
she's
up
been
strong,
doing so
guys.
much like weight training and cycling that her legs hurt. So
Yeah, it's a deep, lot of squatting.
yeah, I didn't get any frogging.
It's like the drill press.
Easier when you have something to hold on to.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what?
They got like something above
handicap
the
rail in the bathroom.
Like a ski rope?
Like a skin tag.
Fucking throw up.
Just hang on to you grab it and pull yourself down.
It's like a,
That's the grossest.
like a slight
Except your
bungee,
bed's so high. Grab my skin tag and slide down to the floor. We got to take a break.
Yeah, yeah. Is there
Want to
any-
do one more email?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Yeah, one more.
We'll
Cleanse
take
the
a break.
palate because I feel like I'm
Yeah.
Is there anything not about sex? We can get
Well,
off
we
the
did a
subject.
theme on that.
Hey, this is about sex.
I
My
said
wife
not.
and I have been married for 10 years and are looking to spice up our sex life. Our current situation isn't bad, but we want to turn it up a little bit, so we decided to come up with Fuckfest. We are currently hold on.
good.
We are currently piling together lists of sexual acts we would like to do together that we have never done before and are going to try all of them.
I love this idea.
This is great. We have some of the standard ones on the list, anal, facials, etc. But is there anything you guys think we should try? Or anything you want to try with your significant others?
Huh.
P.S. One thing I want to do that won't be on my list because I know the answer is a double blowjob. Tom has said in the past that he has had one but never really talks
Never
about
talk
it.
about it.
What are the details? Or is
Nope.
this another Frog PJ scenario?
I'm very sorry, but that case is sealed.
I may have heard some
I heard
behind the
about
scenes
it.
on
Well, then you guys can get fired, but I'm not opening that box.
I will
and
not as well.
I know that case, as much as like any other great court case in America,
that. It's in the vault.
it's in the vault.
Well, first of all, and then and like adding anal to the list, like that's a pretty
Yeah.
extreme.
I feel like
Is
that
that
It's just-
extreme?
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like I got to go with Tom on this one. That's pretty extreme.
Yeah.
I'm never getting that.
It's very normal.
I feel like if you limit yourself to positions,
we know who
you're
does
kind of
anal.
limiting yourself.
No, I'm just saying in the vastness of what you could do, anal is not on the extreme.
I feel like it's more extreme than any position.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
So
I'll
I
agree
mean,
with
that's
that.
the next the level. And then if you're into it, great. But I know a lot of women are not going to be into that.
No,
especially if you're married.
I will never mark my words. And and I'm a horny motherfucker, and I try certain things. Yeah. That ain't happening.
It'll never
Just
happen
ain't
with me
happening. Ain't it?
Not even interested. So.
No.
You want
can tell me you ought to work out though. Like
you want to
instead
get
of the
together
positions-
and
try a little anal.
Yeah. I mean, we're never gonna get it, dude.
You ought to work in the destinations though. Yeah, that's what you ought to do. Work in destinations, not just like fucking like anal and shit. Like, try fucking on the beach. Try doing these places.
I don't
Go
like
like different
that.
random
That's
spots. That makes it a little more risky.
I don't like that's annoying to me. Do different spots and locations.
Locations?
Yeah,
That's fucking hot. I like it.
It's about what you're doing.
What about
It's a lot of. It's also a lot
in
of
a
work.
gondola? What about in a gondola, like voyeurism, like
having someone watch you?
well, not necessarily, but doing it like in a place where it's like you could be caught.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's a destination thing.
Yeah, but I mean, like like the gondola at Disney or monorail. Or
what about airplane bathroom? Seth, you
my
ever
gym.
Done?
Oh, disgusting.
Huh? You ever done?
No, not your
No, he
gym.
just shits up the airplane bathroom.
The gym is a place to get fit, and you should sign up at
that is true.
Jungle Orlando.
I'm just saying after hours. Is what
Have you been to Mile High Club?
Yes, with a hand job. Yes.
No, okay.
So
that
doesn't count.
No, that's your outside
Mile
the club.
High hand job.
You're outside the club, and someone opened the door, and you see the fun going on inside.
It wasn't in the bathroom though. It was actually in the seat.
Hand job in the seat.
Yeah.
Of the plane.
I know.
Then again, this guy also wipes shit on fucking macaroni.
I wiped it on. No, I
Why
didn't
don't you go for the
you put a
trifecta
blanket?
and just piss on the
Yeah, we had like a blanket and just right under the blanket.
Did you to completion?
Oh, done.
Into
I
the
feel like
blanket?
that's difficult. Like because
Where did it go?
she'd have to be doing a gym.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Magazine.
Once
again, this motherfucker is shitting and coming on every plane magazine.
Just put it over the seat at the end, and then they throw it away later. Assuming they go through the plane and throw stuff away.
This guy mom must be a prop from IKEA.
Not quite the airplane, but I did get a hand job in the back of an ex-girlfriend's parents' minivan one time.
That's kind of cool.
I do like this gentleman's idea of like making. You can just go to Fair Villa, get yourself a wedge, get yourself a couple
Sex
toys. That'll spice.
I think I want a sex swing.
Wedges are really good.
Fuck machine. They have fuck machine.
Sex
I want a
too
fuck
far.
machine. Look at me. I'm the fuck machine now. I don't want a fuck machine. I'm the fuck machine. If I bring the fuck machine in,
are
then
you
she does
jealous
me,
of
and
the
then she
fuck
does the fuck
machine?
machine. Well, I don't want
She's blowing you while she's getting fucked by the machine.
That's a different.
Wait, Bert Kreischer is here?
Then you go.
I actually find him sort of attractive in like a dad bod way.
And also, the
Nobody
fuck
cut
machine,
that out and send
where are
it
you
to
gonna
him,
keep
please.
it? You're gonna keep it in your garage. It's a hard thing to hide. Like,
It is.
someone goes.
I put it up
So
next
is the
to my
White House.
Oh my god, the whole power went. Oh god. Don't talk about the machine.
Well, I would
Did it
go.
just cut us
I would
off?
put it.
What
I
happened?
would go and put it next to my Peloton. You know, and look, so it looks like
Don't ride the wrong
exercise. Yeah. It looks like exercise equipment.
Is someone out there digging up the wires?
I don't know.
Bad enough hiding my auto blow, let alone a fuck machine.
Internet went out. Everything's gone.
Nah, I think we're all right over here.
Well, let's take a
Yeah,
break.
it looks great.
No. It is. It actually, we have batteries, so we're fine.
Yeah,
It's still.
Daniel
running.
has all the backups.
You're good.
I do, but until they fail, and then I don't. But it should be fine. Like I'm not worried about it because the screen didn't go out. But yeah, we should take a break.
I can't even find the internet.
This one's going to be weird. So here's what I'm going to do because we did have a power outage. Apparently, we're being attacked by storms. I'm going to go
Bert
ahead
Kreischer's coming for us.
and do a little be
Russians.
right back there, and then yeah, that's not good.
We'll be back.
Sing?
Yeah, we will be back.
Please don't sing.
Hey, did you guys know that the Violent Femmes have new music out?
I did not.
They do. They have a new album out called Hotel Last Resort. It's pretty damn good, so enjoy that. We'll be right back.
And I'm nothing.
Gringos Locos, the official taco provider of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. God damn, damn, they got some good tacos.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of locations here in Central Florida. They got their original downtown location. If you're downtown, go by Gringos.
That's my favorite. I mean, no offense to my home location, which is actually not the downtown location. I actually go to the Milk District.
Yeah.
And that's the one closest to the studios or my house. But that downtown location has so many memories of partying and going to clubs and just going out there, and then you got a little buzz and you want some good gritty burritos and tacos.
Before I left downtown for radio promotions, I'd always stop by Gringos for that.
You turned me onto it. I had no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's great. They got location over there off Michigan.
Yep, Michigan.
And then they got the location by UCF.
2 in the Amways. So if you go to a concert, if you're going to see any of the bands or any of the shows that go through there, hopefully Gringos is open. Now I know that I got an email about that, I took my wife to X and they weren't open. Well, you'd have to check the availability because the Amway is a different animal, but you can get some items you can't even get at the regular locations, like the Guaco Taco. That's phenomenal. If you do their catering, you can get this thing called the queso cone.
Yeah.
Which might be the single greatest catering invention or food item ever. It's a tiny little cone of queso sauce that you can dip and eat, and it's
delicious,
fucking amazing.
Go get their double D's. Like Daniel said, get their catering option for big events, small events. Gringos can do it.
We've used it for small events, like a birthday party.
Yeah.
Maisie's birthday, my birthday. What are you, 25, 30 people?
Yeah.
Or, if you
our
got
movie release after party.
Yeah.
We fed over, what was it, 200-300?
We were pushing 400 in there, and we had everything set up. So you'd really have to call them or get in touch with them to see how they can kind of make your event be better. But gringoslocos.com for all the information from catering, from all their locations, or just pop it in there to get a taco because you're hungry.
Yeah, grab some Tom and Dan stuff. Gringos Logos.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Wow, man, the storms here in the afternoons have been getting super aggro, right?
Agreed.
That's the second time in a couple of weeks where we just got hammered by power outages or glitches or whatever. But, hey, whatever.
It's raining every day. Does it rain more now than it did last year? I feel like it seems like raining crazy.
I kind of felt like it was more last year, no?
No,
we had more hurricanes and tropical storms last year, right?
Yeah. This has been more consistent rain, every single day type.
Yeah, well, hopefully we're back online. We should be back on Twitch. We didn't lose anything, which is good. So redundancy systems are good. How about we do some news?
Yeah.
Anyone, Seth?
All right.
MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CTE is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just won't prove for long you're gonna die. From fighting in the UFC to reading news to you and me, you could say he wears a lot of hats, but we'll just focus on his eyes. So hippo people, get on your hooves and put them together for you know who. As if you narcs don't have a clue, it's Seth Petrozelli with your Douche Bro News. It's Seth Petrozelli with your Douche Bro News. Narcs.
That's my favorite part.
That's your favorite part?
For no reason at all.
Dude, where my big tech millionaires at?
Oh, you went all over douche bro news.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Is that what he's saying? Douche Bro News? I had no clue what he was saying the whole time. Well, now I'm offended.
Seth Petruzzelli with the douche bro.
Yeah, with the douche bro news.
News today brought to you by White Claw.
White Claw, like it needs
Ain't
any
no
promotion.
You know, I'm.
Ain't no laws when drinking claws. Got my air claws last week.
No, yeah.
How do you like
It's
them?
like walking on pillows.
It really is. You know, I have to be careful with those because I, with my bad knees and bad ankles and stuff like that, shoes that don't really have good support, like I have to be careful. These are okay, but I don't think I could do the theme parks like I wanted to in them.
I think I can.
If you,
well, you're in a lot better shape.
If you drink White Claw, maybe you can go for a twofer and buy White Claw at ABC. Just use the hashtag, take a picture of yourself, hashtag claw me, and hashtag TDABC, because you could be in the running for prizes we give out all the time.
Yes.
They also have some new White Claw that are lower calories, a little bit lower alcohol, but new flavors. Have you seen those?
No, tangerine.
Who wants that?
I want the tangerine.
Here's the thing. It's good if you're drinking them throughout the day, because sometimes the 5%ers, they catch up after 8. You're like, oh, blacked out.
After 8?
Well, dude, you sit on a boat or you're at the beach or whatever, you could just
drinking them down.
Dude, it's like water. You're hot, so you get the White Claw with the
Two
less
different wavelengths when it comes to that sort of thing.
less alcohol percentage, and you'd be less blacked out. Anyway, all right, first story.
Well, since Dan was talking about theme parks, I'll go to this story first. We got our first look at Universal's new Epic Universe. You guys haven't heard of this?
I've heard.
The new Epic
I don't know what it entails, though.
Unfortunately, I'm not really a Universal guy, so I don't get all the news.
Really?
So I'm actually kind of excited to see what they have.
Okay. This is Universal's fourth theme park. Universal's Epic Universe will offer an entirely new level of experiences that will forever redefine the theme park entertainment industry.
Is this where they're going to have Nintendo World or whatever?
I didn't read that far.
Okay.
It doesn't say all it said on the article. It doesn't say anything about Nintendo. It said the new location will feature a theme park, obviously, entertainment center, obviously, hotels, shops, restaurants, and more. That's all. That's literally all.
What, did you get this off of Yahoo? Like just a blurb of what the
it showed more of a picture and the layout of everything, where it's located. It's
I think there's
southeast of where it's at now.
What's rumored is Universal Monsters, How to Train Your Dragons, Fantastic
How
Beats,
to
the new Harry
Train
Potter,
Your
and
Dragons?
Nintendo World.
So is this an entirely separate location?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's where the water park used to be. I think it's over that way, isn't it?
Wet and Wild?
Yeah, it's
They're saying it's off Sand Lake near the doo-doo plant. So.
Great.
I know it's like a 10-minute drive from
How
actual
to
Universal
Train
property.
No, yeah, it showed where Universal is, and then it's like way further south and east,
Gotcha.
like across I-4. It looked like.
So this is an entirely new theme park.
Brand new, yeah.
Okay.
New
So
theme
is
park.
this
I thought it was
their
a part of
Is this
Universal.
their answer? Because Samantha is a major theme park nerd. Is this their answer to the Star Wars rollout at Disney?
Well, they've been talking about at least Nintendo World for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I remember hearing that years ago.
And they acquired a bunch of land, so I guess they're going to build it there.
Nintendo, I'm interested in that. I like that. That'd be kind of fun.
So, because now Universal, they got Islands of Adventure and the regular Universal Studios. Then they got the Volcano Bay, their water park.
Volcano Bay, which is I like Volcano Bay.
And then now this new...
I thought you kind of shit on it early on because you were standing up there and you could look and see Band-Aids that had... and stuff.
Oh, no, that was the building of it, like all the crevices in the volcano, stuff like that, was all potholes of disgusting filth-ridden mosquito larvae and stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of gross. And cigarette butts and whatnot.
It is Florida.
Yes. But it was just gross to see that sitting there, and they should have had...
Well, they should have designed it to
should have designed it so
or just pay a guy to go there and sweep them into a trash bag, like
sweep them.
You also got to park at Universal and then take a bus to Volcano Bay, which is not...
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got, but it's a short little ride, and it's fun. You get all amped up and anticipated, and you get to see everyone in their bathing suits sitting down. It's fun.
Creeping.
Yeah, I won't be doing that.
So is it going to be obviously less expensive, right? Is this going to be like same price? Do you get it as like a part of like a park hopper deal, or
I'm sure you're
it'll
going to get a
probably
park
be
hopper,
available as a park hopper.
But I wonder how much tickets will
Bet
be.
you no less than $100 a person.
It's got to be less for a single day ticket for a smaller park.
Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios property, both $100 a ticket.
True, but they're bigger theme parks, right? This
It's
is not
still
going to
the
be
same thing. I
think they're going to build quite a bit there.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
gonna be huge.
It'll be as many rides.
It's massive. It's the same size, if not slightly bigger, than Universal property right now, I think.
So when would it open?
A couple of years, man.
Didn't say that.
For sure did.
No, I swear I read the whole thing. It was an article tiny, but it had lots of pictures. I couldn't bring pictures in and show people pictures.
There's a thing called a printer, Seth.
Oh, now you're getting mad that I write these out. It takes me hours
I'm not
to
getting
do
mad.
this.
Yeah, but you were late today because you were sleeping with your dog.
Yeah, but I had this done yesterday.
If you print out the whole article, I'm sure it's like, oh, let me just check it there. Or it just use your phone.
The best part of what it did say, which I thought was funny, which people do have a good time there, is that ultimately the expansion will create more space and freedom to let loose and create lasting memories for the people you love. And it just flashed me back to literally like last week of the big dude beating the shit out of the mom and just the craziness that happens with
That's
families.
Disney World.
Well, whatever.
It's the theme park fight that happened 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. I just flashed back to that because normally when families go, they fucking fight.
They're miserable.
They're miserable. They hate each other. You're waiting in line, sweating balls.
They are doing the Nintendo Land. There's going to be a Donkey Kong themed area. They're also doing Universal Classic Monsters themed land.
Okay.
Classic Monsters.
It's Dracula, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
That's all dope.
Old man dressed as Dracula with a widow's peak saying, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here, you dumb old vampire man.
They're going to bring
Fuck
back
you.
Beetlejuice's Graveyard Review.
They should bring that back.
No, see, that's old too. That's like
Beetlejuice getting ready. There's a second movie coming out.
Yeah, they're going to do another movie. But the whole classic mon, nobody blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here.
Wolfman.
Yeah, you know what's better than you? Anything.
That is true.
Now, to bring up
Hate you
Seth's
guys.
point where you said like a magical family experience. Now,
miserable.
Samantha can't weigh in because she loves the parks. But has anybody here actually would put that in the category, like been to a park and would put it in the magical family experience category? Like I created great memories.
Halloween Horror Nights was the closest thing I had to that. Because after each house we went through, chugged a beer, went to another one, chugged a beer, another one, chugged a beer, and I had a great time.
Taking Maisie.
Well, everybody's had a great time. I'm talking about this quintessential magical experience.
Maisie
I don't have a family, so no.
Taking Maisie to Art of Animation, staying in a Little Nemo themed room, swimming in the Little Nemo pool.
Yeah.
For her birthday.
Yeah.
Definitely go. Like she talks about it all the time. Like it's cemented in her brain
as a great experience.
And it was a dual birthday
As
with
long
me
as you
and
had
her.
Little Nemo sex with your wife afterwards.
Well, yeah. More of like a medium Nemo. Little in a
semi Nemo.
Yeah, that goes in the
that not a park, Joe, though, just a resort.
Well, we went to the parks, but
would that be part of it? Her experience she remembers, or is it just like the resort and the pool and stuff?
Probably more the resort.
I'm
so sorry.
Like I said,
you are correct.
I'm probably coming at it with a negative view to begin with, so I don't know. But I don't know many people that have went to the theme parks and then like, hey, we just had an unbelievable magical experience. But I feel like if you're rich,
but you set the tone. Like it would be hard for me to believe.
Maybe kids do.
Think about it. And I'll use a recent example. It would be hard pressed for me to believe that your boys, if you have a good attitude, and your wife. If you go to the canoeing thing and you do that all day, and then you take them to Disney and it's awesome all day, that they're going to choose canoeing over Disney. It would be very hard pressed for me to believe that they wouldn't, just based on the amount of traps that are there to get them.
There's so many things.
Yeah.
But the problem is they hate, like, you're sitting in line, and you're fucking sitting in line for an hour and stuff.
Because it sucks.
For a 2-minute ride, I don't know.
I agree.
You gotta be...
I agree with you 100%.
I think the kids have a good time because in all honesty, like I remember being in first grade, coming back from Disney, and I remember the trip was fun there, but my sister got sick. We were in strollers. I remember her throwing up. I remember all sorts of crazy, like heat exhaustion. My mom got heat exhaustion or some
Sounds
crazy
magical.
thing. I know, exactly. but when I got back, I missed it so much, and I wanted to be there again so bad. When my friends said, "Oh, do you want to go back to Disney?" I remember not being able to hear that word because I got teared up and like saying, I want to go back. I remember like crying over it. It was real weird.
I wonder if it's
it had to have done something to me. Yeah.
It's like
I'm getting
one time I opened up with my feelings.
we haven't done that in a while. I'm being completely
90s radio.
insensitive, and one day of Tampa radio has changed me.
Yeah.
What's next door?
It's estimated to open in 2025, according to
Oh, yeah, I'll be
2025.
They haven't even started building it, guys. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, you know what's not cool in 2025? Donkey Kong.
Well, that's why there wasn't a lot written about it, because it's far away.
Everything. How to Train Your Dragon 2025. They're fucking like, fuck that kid, fuck his dragon. 2025.
Who's even watched that?
I'll be like 38 then. I mean, maybe by that time I might have some kids that I can actually take there.
The chat room says we'll all be dead.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
Sure.
Funny.
All right, next. Netflix is releasing 56 new original movies and shows this August.
Too much. It's too much.
56.
No, it's too much. That's why they're
fine.
getting panned, though. Like, people are saying that they're not good because I think they're pumping out too much.
I was getting to that.
It's like radio stations with podcasts. It's like, it's too much.
Well, I think what happens is they actually make these
Seth.
movies.
Sorry, I don't care.
I'm a host. You're just a news.
You're right.
They make these movies that are shit.
No, you're right.
They sell them off to Netflix. So, like the production company's like, that movie's crap. Netflix comes in and we're like, we'll buy it. And I think that's what happens.
I've seen some good stuff on Netflix.
I haven't seen much movies.
The
Is it going straight to Netflix?
the Netflix, Netflix have done a good job with their, Stranger Things and a lot of their other original programming. But Travis is right. I think a lot of
out on
The
Netflix
movies are bad.
now?
The TV shows are good.
They're still arguing with Capcom over if we can use their name or not.
It's literally been 5 years.
How do they not know that? Did they make the whole movie like, let's cross our fingers and let us call it Street Fighter?
That is exactly what they fucking did.
Bandersnatch
no
was
joke.
good. All
Not the whole movie, but
was good.
a lot of it. And
They paid everybody, made the movie. They're like, wow, now we should ask.
they wanted to get the teaser out there. They wanted to get the teaser out there to show Capcom and to get them to like more incentive to lower their price.
Well, that's not that's not how business works. Now they know that you have no other choice but to pay. Like you already did all the work.
You don't have any leverage.
The leverage was before you made
I'm
it.
not a producer on the show, nor a director. So I'm just a little actor.
There's no leverage there. Yeah, and there's anything that Tom and I've learned from our own business deals is you got to have the other side.
Like if someone made a mediocre time movie and cast everybody and already produced it, went through the whole work of all the trailer and stuff, and then they come to us.
We got the ghost of Voin What's his name? Voin Schroeder to play the Dan. That's really good.
July wasn't an amazing month for the original Netflix content. Any month that actually involves a new Stranger Things season is going to be amazing, but it was only one of 44 original shows released that month. So last month there was 44 released, and you didn't hear about shit really besides that. So that just goes to show you what you're saying. They're not all that great. Now in August they're releasing 56. Unfortunately, none quite as epic as Stranger Things. Some include Glow, which some people are the women.
Yeah, Glow's good.
That was pretty. That's not bad. Mindhunter, which that's the only.
Mindhunter's great.
See, that's the only one I kind of recognize. Oh, but my favorite that is going to come out next month is Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. That looks amazing.
It's a show?
Yeah, it's a miniseries.
It's a miniseries from the original Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal. That was the
another badass 80s movie.
Yeah, that one I went to see with my god sisters, and I laid in the back of a station wagon, and I had like some sort of this was like coming of age for me. I had a response to the female. What was it? A troll girl or like which makes sense.
It's like a weird.
It's a weird trolls. Yeah, I was like, she's like me. I remember rubbing myself against the speaker in the back of my mom's Datsun Maxima.
Oh, you Howard Sterned it.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the music. I was just like, it was just like a piece of plastic with holes cut in it. I was like, well, that's bumpy. A lot less thought went into it.
So what is it? Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal. Have you never seen Dark Crystal?
I don't think so.
Jim Henson, right?
Man, the first movie is a little like I rewatched it recently and I was like,
I rewatched
it's pretty
it.
Bad. It's like 2.5 stars. It's fucking pretty bad.
No.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty bad. But the prequel might actually clear up some shit because it was a very rushed movie.
It was. I agree that it was rushed, but I still think it was really, really. I don't know. I like it. It's good.
Netflix.
It's creepy as shit.
I think Seth's trigger is 80s kid puppet movies.
Yeah, the 80s sci-fi.
Well, yeah, but they have like you're like Never Ending Story. You're
Emmett
watching-
Otter.
yeah.
He likes all that weird shit.
Yeah, you like Dark
Labyrinth.
Crystal, Labyrinth, all that stuff like kind of sticks in your brain.
Yeah. It's because that's all my parents did is sit me down in front of the fucking TV and shut the fuck and watch this.
Your dad's like, I gotta go practice guitar.
Yeah, it was a guitar. No, let's go play your
Sitting on a park bench.
My son is watching Dark Crystal. No, it's a karate.
Soon he'll have a hemorrhoid as big as his own.
Watch your mom. I just threw her down the stairs. Yeah.
Too far.
It was the owl.
It wasn't my mom.
So,
thank God it wasn't my mom.
Make sure that when your dad throws a woman down the stairs, that it's not your mom. It's your new mom.
It was
And that's one to grow on.
It was somebody's mom. It might have been my stepsister's mom.
God damn.
My half sister.
God.
What is it? Well, it was. She was cheating on. No, I'm not going to get back into the
story. So do a lot of like production companies? They're making content and then they shop it out to all these providers, right? Like Netflix, Hulu, and stuff. And then whoever buys them, then
and Netflix normally does buy them.
And then they just release it as under the Netflix brand, but it's not made because they have an actual content.
Netflix themselves, a production
team,
company, that does it. And that was one of the things with Netflix, as far as the Street Fighter thing goes, that I think that was one of the things is they wanted to cast everyone themselves, and they wanted full control over it, and they weren't willing to release that.
I'll tell you what show is good, and you guys were talking about that movie or that show, The Boys or whatever.
Yeah,
oh, so good,
yeah,
so
good. Yeah,
but that was on Amazon, yeah.
Amazon Prime. They're
I
killing
didn't
it
expect
right now.
the violence.
Was it too violent?
Oh,
No,
it's
no.
ultra violent.
No. But it is.
It was just violent.
Is it
enough,
like
I think.
rattling though? Violent?
No,
You're seeing, like
no,
brains fly out.
Yeah,
No,
but
there's brains. It's comical though.
Yeah. It's it's fine. Yeah, you'll like it.
Someone being
Yeah, you gotta
misted
watch
into
it.
a red mist. It's not like
Oh, okay. Like 300 style.
I didn't expect. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, don't ruin it. 'cause It's
Don't
kind of new
spoil
now.
it.
It's really good.
I watched just only the first episode, but it's good.
Oh, all eight.
I think it's just really true. That's how it would be. Like if we were all superheroes, we'd be just like that.
Seth would be Aquaman jacking off in front of a. I'm sorry.
I'd ask permission first. And then
Wait, does Aquaman jack off in this movie?
Yeah.
He pulls
Sorry,
his dick out.
spoilers.
What?
pulls his dick out. A lot.
It's in the first
Do you see the dick?
No.
No,
Oh.
but it's like the stereotypical a Weinstein
Harvey
would
Weinstein,
do.
yeah, it's a
like,
Harvey
hey,
Weinstein
you want to be
scenario.
in this group?
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'd have her
Okay.
stick fingers in my gills and everything,
Oh God.
right up in the gills.
Well,
it
there it
stinks
is.
in here. All right, next one.
hurts.
I can't breathe. Take your fingers out. I mean, that's it. That's not your finger. Oh, take it out. I can't breathe.
Peg my gills.
It came in my gills. I gotta hold on.
Yes.
I blew it out. Hold on. All right.
Out the blowhole.
Yeah.
It's not rocking my gills.
There's 1, 2, 3.
An asteroid bigger than the Empire State Building is passing by Earth next week. Does everyone know about this? It's kind of cool.
Are we gonna wave at it, or is this gonna wipe out?
No, you don't have to worry. It's pretty normal, scientists say. Asteroid 2006 QQ23 is scheduled to zoom by Earth on August 10th, and it has some people worried just by its size alone. But NASA's planetary...
Nassau.
That's a city in the Bahamas.
What did I say? Nassau?
Don't worry.
Nassau, Bahamas.
Don't worry.
You and Nassau.
Hey man, it's alright man. It's gonna be a big boom.
Nassau?
I'm sorry.
Nassau?
I shouldn't
What
have
am I supposed to say?
NASA.
NASA. What did I say? Nassau?
You said
Yeah,
Nassau.
Believe me, I've done it before.
We're going to the moon, man.
Well, Nassau, it's an S at the end. Nassau.
Lord of
NASA's-
mercy, walking on the moon.
Jabumbaglot.
Planetary Defense Coordination Office says that there's nothing to fear and that it's more or less...
Gonna hit the Bahamas.
Wow, what an
It's more or less benign, they said.
Benign,
Asteroids-
no cancer in that
No cancer in the
asteroid.
asteroid. That's what they said. That's
How
what was weird.
close?
It's awfully
Because
malignant.
there has been one like
Close enough
within-
that I have heard. Close enough that if you're standing outside when it passes by, if you reach your hand up, it'll graze.
Now,
Really?
do you guys know? Because sometimes I get high and paranoid, only because I have kids now. Before the kids, I didn't care. But
I pray that stuff like this smashes.
Yeah, why do you care if you all?
Because I love the apocalypse scenario.
No, but why do you care if you all die? Then you're not missing any experiences.
No, well, I don't want my son.
Yeah, as long as we all die.
No, I don't want my daughter to die either. But if we're gonna die, I want us to all die.
If we go down, we go down.
I know that sounds insane.
But if we're gonna die, I'd rather be your kids than die than my kids.
My God!
So
I don't have kids.
No, but you know what I mean. Like I would rather, me, if I'm in an airplane that's gonna go down. I would rather me and my wife and my daughter to all be in the airplane and go down
than
so
just
we
you?
all die. Yeah, because I don't want to miss a thing.
Well, that's
Steven Tyler said that. Don't want to miss a thing.
That
I'm
is
right with you.
the talk of a crazy person.
No, it's not.
You'd rather your family die than just you?
Why do I care about their future?
I agree with you. Spoken like a true.
If I can't see
Crazy
it,
person.
if I can't see it, then
all I'm saying is I thinking about this the other day, and I was like, there's a lot. I mean, there's lots of organizations that are scanning.
She's regretting her decision coming up.
Yeah. He's the bad one, not me. I'm.
Some people can't handle the real. But when push comes to shove, everybody does.
We have a pretty good grasp about every stray asteroid out there.
No, we don't. I'm not the reader.
Oh, okay.
You got to adopt some of those stray asteroids.
Let's start a Halley's Comet cult for the
I'm game.
next asteroid.
I'll make some Jello.
Like,
Are we gonna wear like suits and then like kill ourselves in our beds?
We can wear
Here, I'll read you about that.
I will get the freshest Nikes.
There are about 900 asteroids in our solar system, much bigger than this one. That's
Can you pause for 1 second? Because you did say, I'm going to read you about this.
That's fine.
I'm gonna read you.
Don't pick apart his vocabulary.
I'm gonna read you about this that I'm talking about.
He's losing it.
Something's wrong with it.
Impacts are rare, occurring maybe once every 2 or 3 centuries, but it's the ones that we don't know about that are the fuck. See, now you got
No, don't you push past it.
No, you guys are making me think.
They're in your head.
It's the ones that you don't know about that they're concerned with, because there are lots that they don't know about that are out there.
But how do they not know about it? Because we have
they only have so many eyes in the sky. You can't see everything. Is that my heartbeat? I don't know.
It's an MRI.
Like, what
audio MRI.
No, MRIs are like... I haven't memorized exactly how they all go.
I think there's actually plans to try to divert them in many different ways. Obviously, none of them have been tested, but there's like nuclear, like you shooting
Space
missiles at it, blowing
solar wind type things, exploding it, and pushing it in different directions.
Yeah. They were talking about like
Rainbow Road from Mario Kart.
Oh yeah,
land because
giant MRIs in the sky that magnetically push them away.
I think
MRIs in the sky.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Captain Marvel.
There is something where I've read if they do know an asteroid's coming towards us, we'd have a long time of
knowing where to die.
Pre-noticed. Yeah, like then
So right.
I only need to
even
know.
imagine
I
the chaos.
24 hours to notice. I
What
need
if
to
it,
make
what if
my
it was
arrangements.
so big that nothing could be done, but they could give us notice? Would we be given notice? Or would they think that by giving
everybody would kill them?
Yeah,
the world would stop. Most people would die before it hit.
So they would, right? They wouldn't give notice. Like if the asteroid were so big that it would decimate. Let's say it's 8 times the size of Earth, right?
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be that big.
It's like a fucking planet.
it could be the size of the moon.
I'm just
I'll
being
kill
stupid.
everybody.
And it's a big asteroid planet that's just moving
crazy.
through, and it's just going to smoosh the Earth.
That was the premise of the movie Crystal. Like, they call it Depressiono, but
it's Melancholia.
Melancholia. That was the whole premise. There was a Earth-sized object that was moving towards Earth, and it was supposed to not hit us. And then they found it it kind of turned around and pulled in. But anyway, so that was the thing.
Is it a movie?
Yeah.
What would you do?
It's on Netflix. Nobody watched it.
Well, it's just like it's like the end of the world, scenario.
No, but what do? Do you just go about your day? Like, would you?
No,
would you try
would
to
go to
day
Tom's
day?
house.
There would be
and titty fuck
mass.
him.
There would be mass
I thought you were gonna
suicides.
say Crystal.
Like every country would,
the deep V
all
of the
their system would shut down. Like people stop farming, and most people would die off before it hit us through apocalypse.
Through me.
Like
That's why I have to storm Area 51.
No, but why would most people die?
because they are the thing that keeps us alive. Our system, like the farming system, the grocery stores and stuff. If that all shuts down, everybody would starve.
In what I'm saying, they don't let us know.
Yeah,
because they know if they do, that shit's like could go real bad.
Or they'll let us know just the amount of time where some chaos would happen.
Here's
but
what
not
I
too
want.
much,
I want
a couple weeks.
This is a special news bulletin. That's what I want. I want it like that.
Instantaneous. Yeah.
I want it like they're about to tell us. Like, I would appreciate it if our government would just wait to the end to tell
I don't
us.
want that. I want to know.
the thing is,
be able to do stuff.
There's so many different.
Nothing you can do.
Yes, there's lots I can do.
No, you're
do something to him first off.
There's so many.
So
I need just enough time to fuck somebody up.
Yeah, Seth, in order to save himself, runs to Tom's house. Is there butt fucking?
No. I want his wife to watch me titty fucking him or something bad like that.
Why do you want to do that?
Just
the end of the world?
Just so I can assert my dominance one last time before I fucking all do.
His sons are watching.
His sons too.
Crystal's tied up. His sons are watching your titty fucking Tom. Then the Asteroid hits.
I crack the blinds. I'm like, here it comes.
No, you would hold off. At that point, you'd put on the yacht rock. You'd talk about a blowjob. You'd want anything to know.
Run it to your house.
Here's the problem. The internet connects everybody, and it would be hard to keep that a secret. Like, there's tons of other countries that have great like telescopes and things like that. I mean, they have satellites that can see the satellite telescopes. China has them. So, like, I feel like the cat would be let out of the bag. Like, and people would start, and then it would probably be like a rumor on the internet, fake news, and like. Anyway, I think like that's our number one. I think the government even lists that as like the number one chance of like global extinction is that. So there's a lot of money poured into.
Defense.
Like, or at least figuring out what's out there. Also, a small chance. Like, we think as humans, we like to believe we're the center of the universe, like we're the most important. But in the grand scheme of things, like mathematically, it is rare. Like you said, it's a couple 100 years. This can happen. I think.
Have you ever thought about
our lifespan is small too?
An asteroid hitting another planet and that having a domino effect and that hitting us? Something like not hitting us, but hitting Mars and fucking up Mars and shrapnel of Mars hitting us. Boom! Oh, fuck, that sucks.
But I heard it's like
go back to getting high.
It's
fuck Mars. Relax.
It's equivalent of like
Jesus.
But it's statistically rare. Oh, no, yeah. We got
into the world.
I mean, we're at the end of the show, anyways.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Next story.
I got one more funny story.
Well, that last one.
Somebody died. That's what
that last
means.
one was a fucking Chappelle special. So.
An Ohio woman with a dog.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Oh, it's gonna be like a special needs person.
No.
This is what you always go to when you start really laughing. It's usually somebody like, "Oh, this handicapped person fell off into a canyon, and they shit their pants and they died because the buzzards ate their eyeballs."
An Ohio woman with a dog lick infection has her legs and parts of arms amputated.
Oh my god!
After spending days in a coma.
I nailed it.
God damn it!
I literally nailed it.
Did you say a dog lick infection?
Slow
I'm
down.
only laughing because I'm such a hypochondriac about stupid shit. Like, look, this shit can really a dog lick. And
did Rocky lick you today?
Yeah, good thing you slept in with your dog.
It's insane to me. Like, it just.
But here's
I'm
the thing.
sorry for her.
Wait, she got a dog lick, and then what happened?
An Ohio businesswoman, her rapid downward spiral to near death began innocently enough after an affectionate lick on her arm from one of her two pet dogs. Her symptoms emerged shortly after, felt nauseous. Her temp was acting erratically. And after being taken to the hospital, her condition worsened. Sepsis set in, and she developed gangrene. So they put her in a medically induced coma. She awoke 10 days later to find her arms and legs amputated.
Oh, that's like a movie. No. That's like Boxing Helena, right? Remember that movie?
Yeah. Usually they just have to amputate the site of the infection is spreading. It's kind of like old school Civil War and shit. It's like you have to amputate your arm before, What would you do? Arms, both arms and legs?
Because it's the world's God's
she looks lopsided. Take the other one off.
That's why.
Shoot the fucking dog, bro. Like, that's obviously carrying some nasty shit.
The dog gave it. But you read these stories.
But all dogs, germs, it's found in a lot of dogs and cats.
It doesn't matter. I would literally.
If I lost my arms and legs, my dog would be gone.
I would roll my body to the kitchen. I would grab a knife and I would use every ounce of strength I have to mouth stab that fucking dog.
Mouth stab?
I would kill that fucking dog. And it would take a long time. And the dog would be like,
what I do?
So the name
I'd be mouth stabbing the shit out of that dog.
The name of the disease, I'm going to pronounce this weird. The test confirmed that the cause of the infection was Capnocitophaga.
No, see.
Tom, it's too good. He's the best news guy you could ever have because you can't get through. You're like muscle Ron Burgundy. You're like you're like bumbling. You're bumbling hypochondriac muscle Ron Burgundy. You're a fucking moron, and it's the best thing we've ever done for the show. And I'm just going to declare that now. He's reading the name of it, and it has.
He can't stop snorting.
But usually,
but it's spelled. Look, Capnocitophaga.
Come on.
Fega.
There's words.
Fega.
There's words that
Fega.
sound like other words. So anyway,
I can't read your hand.
When you hear about these like rare things, you're like, this seems weird. Like same thing. Like a lot of these like flesh addicts.
Somebody called you Royd Burgundy. Fucking
I haven't touched Royd since I was 19.
Royd Burgundy.
Jay Brewer.
I think
I think that's worth a prize. Yeah. I think that's sends you prize worthy.
Email the show. We'll send you something.
But some of these like flesh-eating bacteria cases where you hear like this person died from small cut, like then you start reading further in the story and you find out like, but they were also going through treatment with stage 4 cancer. Their immune system was compromised, or like their old person, extreme young.
She was a dog trainer, so she must have been a normal person.
But typically there are like what Tom's saying. There's
scenarios,
usually something else.
Yeah, because like everybody, millions of people get licked by their dog, and this would happen a lot more.
It says it happens in 1 of a million people. That's what they said.
It's 1 out of a million, and those chances are insanely
1 in a
incredible.
million's not. I mean, it's small.
Yes, that's super small. Like people
lottery.
I mean, it's probably less than the lottery. Lottery's more than that, but one in a million is in insane odds.
You could have an aneurysm on the toilet. You never know.
That's true.
I get scared of that too.
like,
pushing farts out hard.
It's the equivalent of getting struck by. Like you might as well be more scared of being struck by lightning than this infection or whatever.
I bet you the lightning's more chance than that.
I would never let lightning lick my face.
See,
I'm tongue kissing my dog all the time. That's what I'm scared.
You can't. You can't do that. You might get this.
I don't do that.
This is the classic example of a news story being released to scare everybody when it's it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like this is an insane.
It worked on me.
I know.
I'm fucking scared.
It works on everybody. That's why they do it.
I'd be lying if I said I weren't a little scared. I have to watch Caesar tonight.
That's why his lady. He's had to punch kill all his dogs.
Especially when I'm about to lick a butt tonight. It's kind of scary.
You licking butt tonight?
Yeah.
I do have a date tonight.
All right.
Wait, do you guys like? All right.
You lick butt on the first date?
This will be the second. Oh,
Second date butt lick.
Wow.
Take a good bath, baby.
Number two.
That's right.
It accelerated pretty fast in the dating scene standards.
Yeah.
It's like
oh, here
first
we go.
Day two, you're looking at
Pop-Pop's here, everybody.
Yeah, but
can't
date
have
number
music
2.
on, can't have anything. Let's just stay silent.
He's been 20 years in. He hasn't looked ass.
Yeah. I'm saving that for later.
Later. Oh,
no, don't do it later. She'll be able to hold it in.
Whose sphincter should be shitting herself?
Why later? You're gonna lick a worse ass? I mean, like just based on logic.
I want to wait.
I don't want to wait till my wife's 85 to eat her ass. I'm like, my God, it's like
empty balloon knot.
It's like eating a fucking trash bag full of nickels.
Pull your diaper off. That's
oh my God.
Or at least go to the shower. I mean, like, I don't want to shower.
If you're gonna lick it now, right?
As people get older, though, I will tell you, it'll be a lot easier for her to suck dick than it will for me to eat the puss, because as I get older, that thing's aging. I see it.
Well, so is your dick.
No, it's not.
No,
mine looks the same as it all.
There's some wear and tear.
Mine looks the same as I fell out of my mom.
No, I don't. I doubt
dick.
that. You've seen it every day, so you think that. But if there was a before and after,
it's a good thing I'm documenting mine.
I'm telling you.
What are you doing?
I'm documenting. Well, I have enough pictures where I can tell
you can see
stages of my.
That must have been 2015.
Seth takes pictures of his dick like we do with our kids every day. Like my dick graduated preschool today.
Well, better behave.
every 2 weeks or so.
Let's get out of here.
All right.
I didn't get to try this stuff.
So we appreciate you guys. Try that Marmite.
Should I do that first?
Oh yeah, punish. Oh, do you knock your teeth out? Like, what do you do?
Go with the concentrate first. Fuck the nut butter one. Yeah.
So Travis brought some Marmite and explain, Travis, what this is.
It's a yeast extract bread spread.
It hasn't even. Oh, it's been touched already. I was making sure people actually tried it.
I poked my finger in there.
It's my personal.
God.
No, don't smell it first, dumbass.
It stinks.
Yeah, it does kind of
Dip
stink.
in,
Do I
dip
stir it?
No, just dip it in there.
So
no, not too much.
It's a yeast concentration. Yeah,
It looks like tar.
Wait,
yeah.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Oh!
Is that too
Right in,
much?
right
No,
in.
that's the right amount.
Right in.
Am
all
I
the
gonna
way.
like vomit on?
Don't get it on the mic.
Look, you're licking ass tonight. You're fine.
That's how he eats that.
Is that how you suck dick?
It looks like you're eating gas.
Why is it's so salty in there? What do you put this in?
Yeah.
Travis claims
It tastes like gravy concentrate.
You put it in an ass.
I feel like
That's awful. Now I got to take my faux shot.
I think it stained your teeth.
It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
you look at your
To stay in
teeth, too.
single,
You look at
drinking
your
doubles,
teeth
and
fell
sleeping
out.
triples.
So British people put this on crackers?
No
we
wonder
put-
their teeth are jacked up.
How dare you, sir? I've met way more fucking beat up Americans with shit teeth than English. Hey, do you actually put on like toast or
is this better to-
toast and cheese sandwiches? Some weird British shit. That's nut butter with it.
Oh, it's gonna help me out.
I mean, it may not.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's just peanut butter,
It
right?
fucking stinks. I can smell it
dude,
weird.
It's peanut butter with that shit. Why would you mix those two together?
Yeah.
It's so fucking.
I
bad.
like that he
Every
likes
time
to
I've been-
lick where shit comes out, but this is too much.
Well, like shit,
Not getting
like it
pleasure
has
out of
like it has like that.
that's
It almost
awful,
tastes
man.
like you're licking aluminum foil, right? Like a butthole.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to shock your teeth. It's not going to shock your
It's got
molars.
blood in it.
Whoa,
It shouldn't.
You guys don't have blood.
No.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Oh, I'll make up for it now. Oh, say yeah, you.
All right. Guys, thanks so much
God
for
damn
listening. Again, we got the Time Suck show, the live Time Suck, coming up August 11th with Dan Cummins. He'll be in here next week, but get your tickets for that show. We should have our straw hats up by the end of next week, possibly.
Hopefully.
We'll find out when.
It stinks in here now.
It does.
It's
Smells like
uncovered.
heaven
Fucking
in
put
here.
that lid on.
Yeah.
For all you people that
Goddamn.
want a straw
Can
hat,
you-
I have a straw hat just sitting in my garage,
Yeah,
not doing anything.
If I could have a candle that smells like that,
Can
I'd love
you
it.
put
I don't know what to do with the night.
a top on that? No, you're good.
Travis,
you can just leave them right there.
let's talk about some events coming up at some watering holes.
Yeah, real quick. I got some great watering hole events coming up with the West End Trading Company out in Sanford. We have on Wednesdays, they always have all-you-can-eat wings trivia, plus they got 2-for-1 drinks from 6 p.m. till midnight. August 2nd, they have a Sanford Punk Night. It's going to be with Our Escape, Not Cool, Sticky Steve, and more.
Dude, Sticky Steve's
check that
awesome.
out.
Sticky Steve, he's
August 4th, we got our second annual Sanford Caddyshack Open benefiting cops for Christmas. It's a scramble event with teams, 6 people. Go to ladies327.org to find out more information. Johnny's Other Side, we got Cat Hall Band and the Strongbacks playing tomorrow. That's going to be reggae funk jazz style from 7:30 to 10:30.
That sounds good.
$3 20-ounce draft beers. Killer deal with that. They usually
God
always
damn.
have killer deals with their beers. These are $3 20-ounce beers.
Are they the craft beers? Like,
No, these are actually going to be good thing you asked. Heineken, Dos Equis, Miller Lite, and Yingling. Great sponsor right there.
Johnny doesn't like money, apparently.
Yeah,
Apparently he's rich for life because this guy, like, his beer prices, he's like, okay, for craft beers, I'll give you the most rare ever for $3, and then I'll give you the ones, the ones that are easy to find. But I'll make them a gallon for $3.
And here's a free live music show and $3 20-ounce beers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and they also still always have their $3, all their other pints, 16-ounce pours.
Remember the time when Johnny wanted to give away $10 gift cards to all of our listeners?
Yeah, to every single one.
Yeah,
and I
he's
was
like,
hold on.
anyone that comes here gets a $10 gift card. I'm like, so you're going to give $10 to everyone who comes here? I'm like,
hundreds of people.
That's not smart. That's not good.
He's down.
And then
I
lastly,
would never do that.
We got one more, so it's out of Sanford again. We have Tuffy's Cidery and Bottle Shop.
I love that
It's
place.
one of our newest watering holes and brewery/cidery sponsor. We have local beers, cocktails, giant beer garden. They have a poke hut in their
Oh,
backyard.
yeah, it's great.
Live entertainment, and then don't forget we have a meetup with CBE and Tom for our CBE group.
When is that?
Craft
that
Beer
is-
Enthusiast, August 24th.
Thank you very much.
I might sneak out to
It's kind
that
of a
too.
mini shuffleboard death match and some swag being tossed out. We have a a new It's Fine pin. Tony's going to be out there with the BDM pins.
Yeah, we're going
to have a new branded CBE glass out there as well for sale. Limited quantities.
I love it.
BYOCB is going to be out there as well.
Yep, we love those guys.
And
I consider them family, sister show, whatever you want to fucking call it.
Dude,
They're great dudes.
Tuffy's is an awesome spot in Sanford.
nice.
Check it out. And plus,
So fun,
they got a field right across the street that they use as a parking lot. So it's easy as shit. Like you park right across the street, walk for free into Tuffy's. It's a beautiful.
When I came
venue.
to BYOCB's, what, 5 year? I think 5. 4 year. Yeah, it's the easiest bar to park at because like you didn't have to wrangle for parking. It's in a premium like area, but like when you get there, you just make a left and there's this field and it's all lined up and you just park, so you didn't have to worry about anything. It was
Get that parking while you can. They're developing that property, so that will be something soon.
Are they?
Yeah. It's Sanford, man. It's getting big, bro. Sanford's getting huge.
Seth, you got anything going on?
No, I realized this word now. It's capnociptophagia, not phaga. So I apologize.
You didn't have to go back to that.
And maybe I'm gonna say it again. No, and maybe next week I can get Felicia to come in if that's.
For sure.
She's still up in Canada right now.
Oh, that cut on Cyborg.
Oh God, I thought you called her. It's like that cunt Cyborg.
Well, that
Jesus.
too.
No.
But like that cut on her
gash
forearm.
was
Oh
nasty.
my God!
Like an axe wound.
Yeah,
it was.
I mean, like what?
It's funny because we call those hatchets too. So that was a hatchet she hit her with.
The impact from that, like
got
it's
a hairy hatchet wound.
really disgusting,
God
man.
damn it, Travis. So
This is your sales guy.
I saw some of our BDMs bullying her.
Yeah, they were bullying her. Did you see that?
Really?
Our guys are Felicia fans, so they were like, "You deserve more." Fuck you. They're like going on.
That's a reminder.
That's all part of the game, right?
That's part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
I got bullied a lot too after my fights.
I'm sure she Cyborg.
You did have
that
pink
doesn't
hair.
bother her.
Yeah, she don't care.
Grew up in the
She
streets
could
of
probably
Brazil.
beat up every motherfucker that's talking shit,
don't
so why does she care?
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for listening, everybody. Don't forget on Monday, big BDM goodness with the Chatting with the Masters.
Is that going to be the full 6 hours, or how you doing that?
I think we're just going to do the end where we actually started the Twitch show on his channel. So, but it was like over 2 hours, and we talked a lot of shit about everything. So,
I mean, it's like a 2.5 hour BDM Chatting with the Masters. It's intense.
And I will preface this by saying we are there to hear Bubba's story. We're not picking any sides. No. So we have.
You know how radio works. It doesn't matter if you preface. People are still going to think we're picking a side, and we're not. We're just going in there to hear a side.
Yeah. So,
but whatever. We're out of that world. So if you want to label us that, whatever you want to do. I don't. At this point, I don't care. But we went up there because we got invited, and we shared it with you guys, and I think you're going to dig it.
Yep, it'll be on Monday's BDM show, so you can sign up on TomandDan.com. You guys know, and there's a love meter, so you could pick a price that you want to pay. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you listening, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
And now it's time for the Tom and Dan end of the show footnotes. Today you heard music from
Joey Cape. Lagwagon's frontman is back at it solo with his newest solo album, and man, this is quickly becoming one of my favorites because I love them all. You heard the song Fall Down from his brand new Let Me Know When You Give Up album. Pick of the week. Have you heard of Grasser? Well, I had not, but this came across my desk, and these guys are so slum punk. I just absolutely love it. You heard the song A Tab, A Cap, A Dab. Don't do drugs, kids. Not good. From their brand new Later Registration album, which sort of reminded me of Kanye West. Violent Femmes. Fuck yes, Butler loves these cats and has seen them, he said, like 10 times in concert. 10 times, Butler? Yeah, no less than 10 times in concert. So raw, so honest, so legendary. You heard the song I'm Nothing from their brand new Hotel Last Resort album. Spider is the name of the band, and the name of the song is Depression. This one kind of like, without going into like a cut it out like scenario, like this one kind of like hit me kind of hard, but a really good song. They have a new EP out. This reminds me of the punk and hardcore that I really liked in the 80s. So well done, guys. And on that note, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you all back here on Monday.
The situation is pretty